Yeah, but he's more going for your looks. I'm more working on your personality.
Right, sure.
But together...
So it's my fault now that the show's going
No, but it's like, you know, we're sort of like your mentors. You've got to be harsh. It's like you're like Eliza Doolittle. And we've got lots of little stylists in, like they do with, like, you know, makeovers and that, all that, faking it. They get in, like me and Carl. Carl's working on your looks. I'm doing your personality. We're going to get, like, stylists in and, you know, coaches. And then you have to do a date. And the woman has to, and there's 3 other blokes, and she has to work out what the freak amongst them is. And you've got to go, no one voted for you as the freak.
Yeah, Rick, I've known you for 3 years. I don't think you're count for that job. I tower above everyone.
You do, don't you?
I'm for people who don't know, who are listening, I'm 6'7" tall. That's high.
Yeah.
That's
and for people who've never seen him, he doesn't hold it well. It's not like he's a sort of handsome athlete, is it, Carl? He's a bit of a what would you call him?
Carl, don't answer.
No.
Don't get drawn into that. You know the game he's playing.
No. Do you know yesterday when you were in the office?
Yeah.
You did a little move, and it reminded me of Blakey.
Oh, I hate you, Gervais. Oh, I hate you, Pilkington.
That's our stance.
Yeah, but even he held it a little bit better, didn't he? Because he was a man, you know, he had a big coat and everything, and a peak cap. But, yeah.
I can't believe you. Like, I've not suffered enough from being freakishly tall. Now, two of my best buddies live on radio are just...
It's not just the height, though, is it? It's the posture and the face and everything.
But it's got you places, hasn't it?
No? What do you mean it's got me places?
I think people give you a bit more of a chance in your career and stuff, 'cause it's like...
What, yeah, stacking shelves? Because I can reach to a high level.
Muse, Plug-in Baby on XFM 104.9.
Rick,
Gervais, go on.
Well, yeah, but I know you guys are laughing about the height thing, and for those that have only just tuned in, I am 6'7" tall, which is tall, and that's big. And I pride myself on it in a way. You know, I've worked hard, I've not smoked, I ate well. You know, it's an accomplishment. But obviously, I didn't have much involvement in it. I just am, and it's a curse because mainly the problem is that you can't get stuff, you can't get clothes, you can't get shoes. You know?
Yeah, so he's size 14 feet.
Yeah, but it is genuine, and I don't know. I mean, it costs a lot to buy a pair of size 14 shoes, and so I don't. I mean, if you were genuinely poor, I don't know how you'd afford to be tall, because the clothing costs more, everything costs more.
I've seen this in comics that you'd actually go to school in a barrel,
wearing a barrel
with just braces. It'd just be a barrel, and you'd have sort of flip flops, and you'd take a mule with you. They all had a mule, didn't they? The poor
people always think you'll be in a pub or something, and people just think they can talk to you about it. They just think, hey, oh, you lanky, it's just like, because it's like they.
But that really annoys you, doesn't it?
Well, it annoys me because it's like they think I should be proud of it. Like,
well, exactly, but they don't think that this is not a disadvantage. This is not a disability, is it? You're taller than most people. It might get
disability.
No. If you were 8'3", it'd be slightly debilitating. You would, you know, but
disabilitating.
What?
Disabilitating? Yeah. No, you're a medical man, aren't you? But no, the point is, it's a disabilitating because when you go on public transport, like if you're on a coach. The only place I can sit on a coach is that seat
on the driver's lap.
Either on the driver's lap or that seat at the very end. Yeah. You know, which sits into the air. Yeah. That's the only place I can sit.
Why don't you stand up?
Some sort of kids at the back waving at drivers.
You could drive it from the back.
Here he comes. Watch it.
Were you a tall baby? Oh,
Mr. and Mrs. Merchant, you've given birth to a basketball player. Look at his dribble already. Were you a tall baby? Babies aren't tall.
At what point did you suddenly, like, Jesus, nothing fits me?
Well, it didn't happen overnight, Carl.
Let's do a little graph. How tall were you at 5?
Oh, I don't know. 3 foot.
3 foot. How tall were you at 12?
6 foot.
6? Were you really?
I don't know, do I? How do I remember? I don't remember this.
Well, when did teachers start calling you freak boy and lanky?
They didn't. It wasn't so much. It was no.
You went to a funny school. I went bowling with him once. So I'd never been bowling before, and he'd been once before. And he went, let's go to this bowl. We went to a bowling alley, right? And you have to wear these special shoes. Now they're sort of like pointed things anyway, and they're multicoloured, sort of red and green. They look pretty weird. And the woman said to me, oh, what size? I said, oh, 8. She went, yeah. So what size are you? He went, 14. She went, 14. He went, you probably haven't got them. She goes, yeah, I think we have got one pair. And she put them on the table, and it was like Krusty the Clown. And I just started laughing. They looked so long, and he had to run round this bowling alley in these freaky clown shoes.
But they don't look freaky clown like when I'm wearing them, because the rest of me is in proportion to it.
It looks like a little wall bracket.
One of the worst things that happened to me was when I was like, I don't know, when I was about 16 or something, we went to, Listen, let me just tell you briefly, this is another example of how people can just exploit you and make fun of you when you're tall.
Yeah.
I was quite tall. I've always been like about 6'7" for quite a while now. And when I was about 16, I went to a big New Year's celebration in Bristol, where I come from. And everyone kind of congregates in this big sort of part of town, and there's all people dancing around, like in Trafalgar Square. And I was there, and somehow I just picked up a balloon somewhere along the line, one of those kind of helium sort of balloons, and I was holding that, sort of dancing around. And these two girls came up to me, and I was thinking, yeah, okay, it's New Year's Eve, brilliant, that's my kind of party.
Yeah.
And they came out, they went, hey.
Once a year.
And they said, you going to be here for long? And I went, well, maybe. And they said, it's just that we've arranged to meet back at you in about an hour. I went, what do you mean? I went, well, it's just because we can see you wherever you are. Don't worry, you can move around and stuff. We'll see you with the balloon. Just arrange to meet some friends.
I love that. A landmark.
So
pilots use that. Oh, we're just coming in. No, there's when we go. When we see Steve Merchant, we'll be descending to Bristol Temple Mead.
What's really funny is New Year's Eve, Trafalgar Square, you got a huge column, but they use Steve as like the meeting point.
Steve's got a huge column.
Brilliant, Rick. Well done. Award-winning comedy from Ricky Gervais. When I was in America, everyone told me like it would be really easy to get big clothes and big shoes and that because they're all huge and all freaks over there.
All right, steady on.
And I was wandering around New York, and I was going in a few shops, kind of saying, we've got size 14, US 15 shoes, and they were going, no, one shop,
is that the difference?
Yeah.
One.
And they literally were laughing at me. There was a couple of shops where they literally laugh and get like someone else in and come and look at the tall, freaky Englishman.
Really?
And then one guy said, I remember we had someone come in here once, and he said he'd been to a shop which sold kind of stuff for really tall people, and he said, I think I can remember the address, and he sort of looked through the sort of telephone directory, and he made a note of it. And I went on the subway, and I went down all
Lilliput.
And I went, it took me ages to get there, and really hard to find it. I finally went in there. I've never seen it. It was heaving, right, with freaks. It was amazing. It was like, they were just kind of gargoyles. It was like something from Lord of the Rings. They were just kind of these tall people and kind of gnarled.
Did they turn around and start bowing to you?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
And I went in and I just said, hi, I'm looking for a kind of sort of. Guy went, yeah, sure. And he sort of hobbled off into the darkness and came back with exactly the kind of pair of shoes I wanted. I couldn't believe my luck.
It might be a magic shop.
But it was like that shop in Mr. Ben.
It might have been a dream, though. You see. Mind you, I went to Texas once, and I had some ribs, and it was like the Flintstones. It was huge, and not only did it look too much like an animal that I couldn't actually eat it. I don't know who could eat it. I mean, seriously, it was 2 foot long, and all the it was like half a rib cage. And
it is incredible. My friends lived in Texas for a while, and they once were in a kind of diner, and there was those kind of benches that are attached to the table itself, like a kind of picnic bench.
Yeah.
And this huge fat guy came in, he came wobbling, he ordered like this kind of everything you can eat meal, and his fat kind of sort of kind of
it's big fatty fat, and it's fatted on the fat table.
It wrapped itself around the table and everything. He was chowing down, and when he tried to leave, the table came up with him.
Oh no!
Imagine that.
I mean, they are fat, aren't they?
They're big people.
They're huge people. But it was that thing we were talking about before, that bloke on Jerry Springer Show who was like 80 stone, right? Now, I felt quite sorry for him. He was really sad and he was crying. It is rad, but my point is this, right? When he got to say 50 stones, didn't he go, that's too much,
that's not enough
for a land animal?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's big, isn't it? I mean, I'm getting worried. I'm 13 stone and I am genuinely getting worried. I'm thinking, oh,
yeah,
God.
When you've got that big, when you've actually got your own mare.
yeah. When you have to get in helpers to look what the scale says.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 people lift up your belly and go, it's 52 stone. You go, that's too much.
Exactly.
I'm going to only have 9 breakfasts
when you
today.
when you begin to appear on the Ordnance Survey map.
yeah, exactly, yeah. When
you've got your own symbol.
It's like, we can see 2 things from space now, Fatty and Steve Merchant. We'll be landing
All right,
at about...
well,
no, I'm just saying at all, you're
no.
not fat, are you? You're freakish and big. Yeah, Ricky Gervais. Yeah. Okay, Steve Merchant. Great to be here. Hi. Now, you're a very tall man, if I might say. You're 6'7", aren't you?
Yes.
Was that a bit of a problem at school?
Well, yeah, a few jokes here and there.
Yeah,
a bit of gentle ribbing, but nothing too problematic.
What's the weather like up there?
Well, exactly.
Skinny, all that sort of... Oh, you're lanky.
Yeah,
oh, dear. And, what about the glasses?
Well, I wear glasses, but again, that wasn't really a problem,
They didn't call you 4 eyes, really. They didn't call you 4 eyes freaky lank thing. They didn't call you freak pot. Freaky the freakish.
All right, I'm
gimp,
not sure I'm
4-eyed
this,
git.
Rick. Stop,
What?
I'm not
Well, I'm
sure
just saying, they didn't do that.
That's an interview. I'm not sure that's the best approach.
Okay. And then you left school. You left school.
Yeah.
You went to university. There, were you called freaky, freak-eyed,
I've never been
4-eyed
called
git?
freaky, 4-eyed git.
Are you sure?
Never been called it.
Were you called freaky, lanky, 4-eyed, stupid hair, boggle-eyed freak face? Fish face?
Is your chat show coming back?
No, but Roger Daltrey might not want it getting round that he gave birth to Specky.
Yeah, right, actually.
I see what you mean.
Spotty.
Spotty, so I looked at you.
Yeah. All right, calm down.
Well, I do. You've got a nice clear skin. At least I didn't call you Spotty goggle-eyed freak boy. You got a nice skin, got a nice complexion, smooth-faced goggle-eyed freak boy fish.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's be nice.
Carl, what? Don't you like us arguing? Is it like mum and dad arguing? Do you get all...
It's a bit like that.
In the caravan. There was nowhere to escape to.
As you know, me and Steve aren't worried about being part of a trend or you know, being trendy or jumping on about it. Steve particularly doesn't worry about, like, looking good or,
Well,
you know... No, I'm saying,
no,
as a compliment, he doesn't worry about walking along like that or, you know...
Well, I'm looking good.
No. But I'm saying you don't mind the insults freak boy or goggle eye or...
Swore off a duck's back, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Or a new phrase that's been coined because of Steve's face, water off a frog's back.
Who's saying that?
Just a lot of you, a lot of friends and that. But I mean...
My friends?
Yeah, a lot of the people.
Can you name names or?
I can't really.
You made promises, you can't.
I can't
wanna
really.
grass anyone up?
I think it's the Kaggle.
Looks good.
It does look
It's
good.
Waterproof, Rick, and it's also stylish. I wear nothing underneath. So it's tight to the skin. It gets sticky in bad weather.
Is that why you sort of
It's
rustle?
sexy. But what's all the, is there abuse? What's this?
No, they just say... Well, I'm gonna, again, we were talking earlier about, you know, you not caring about being like a geek or a freak or not trendy. No, I'm just saying.
I am trendy, I am.
And I know, yeah. Anyway, Steve, over to you.
I just was wondering, because I've had an exciting week, relatively speaking, Rick, because instead of just spending it all with you, sat in a little room, as is our way, I've been doing some acting this week, as you know.
I know.
And I don't normally act, but I, basically, there's some people at the BBC who are making a comedy pilot, kind of comedy TV show. And, you know, and I auditioned for it, and the role was to play a sort of freaky looking, sort of lanky geek, you know, and I don't want to say...
How did you beat off?
I don't want to sound arrogant, Rick, but they gave me the job on the spot. You know, so it was like, you know, obviously I'm, you know, because I'm not a bad actor, I'm not as good as Rick, but I'm, you know,
What is it?
I play a really tall guy, like a sort of...
That's the part though, isn't it? About, you've got a beard.
I'm a character who's 6'7" tall, and I'm trying to win the world's tallest man.
That's it, yeah.
But there's always a man that beats me every year because he's slightly taller. But this year, I think for some reason, because I've been training, I can beat him.
That's the conceit.
And Sally Phillips, I don't know if you know Sally Phillips, she's a very good comedy writer and actress, and she's written it. So it was good fun, and so we went down there, and it was good and everything. It was, you know, a little trailer and everything. It was like the proper deal. It was really good. And the problem was yesterday, I had to dance. One of the sequences had me dancing. Now, as you know, I think I'm a pretty groovy dancer. I'm a bit of a mover. Yeah. And I have to tell you this, Rick.
Do you have anyone's eye out with your elbow?
I have come to some serious realizations about my dancing.
Really?
I was moving around like a shire horse dancing.
What was that illness years ago? Right, there was a couple of lads at our school.
Oh yeah,
had really big heads,
right,
and webbed fingers.
And webbed fingers.
And sorry, wait. Was that? Hold on. Did you find him in a pond? Did they used to be little tadpoles?
No,
Carl, you're not confusing your past with an old episode of Doctor Who, are you?
What were they called? These two?
I didn't mix with them. It was just like...
Of course not.
There was nobody thought anything of it at school.
No,
like,
sure.
Used to it.
Yeah, it's the North.
There goes the creature from the Black Lagoon again.
yeah.
He's late. Brilliant at trigonometry.
He's late for double maths.
Yeah.
But, I didn't think anything of it.
What is it called? What is the disease called where two fellas... Are they...
Not even related.
Rubbish.
Not related.
Were you near a nuclear power station when you were growing up?
Yeah.
You weren't really?
Yeah.
Oh, this explains so much.
This has got a bit
I don't
heavy.
think that's it.
Hey, talking of enormous heads, you were at the Pop Idol final, weren't you, Rick? You went down there just because obviously Rick's a huge fan of Pop Idol. He wanted to be there. He wanted to give his support.
Quite seriously, there was no irony there.
He genuinely is a fan of it. And he was. You sort of had photos taken with various people.
Yeah, of course.
Because you were a bit drunk and you wanted to have a memento of it. And it's obviously a picture of you with Fat Man Rick Waller.
Yeah.
But the best one is a picture of Ricky and his girlfriend with Dr. Fox, whose head
is twice the size of
any other head. It's quite remarkable. I don't know how they make it.
He's a lovely bloke, and it was really nice to meet him and everything. But he looks like an immaculate tan, and he's always happy, and he's, you know, he's.
It looks
really
on the picture. It looks like someone you might see in a carnival who's built a huge papier-mâché head, and we're like Frank Sidebottom, just sort of walking on the road. It's just incredible.
Dr. Fox didn't used to go to your school, did he? He used to hang around with a mate. They were great swimmers. They were brilliant swimmers. Oh. God.
There was three of them who all hung together, and they seemed to hang around like the older kids, the ones who looked like men. Do you know what I mean?
What did you look like then?
Well, it's just that I had youthful sort of looks, whereas like the older ones had like beards and stuff.
It's the gang of boys in the fifth form with beards. Were they smoking pipes? Come over here, me filly. Oh, you, Debbie Carr, come over here, you little beauty.
No, but she was like,
I love that. They were hanging around with beards. There's the big boys. Oh, fishing. That's lovely beards. What do you
I
mean?
just see a whole row of George Bernard Shaws. Brilliant.
How do you do in history, boy? Think got an E. You're an idiot.
they were like, I'd be there sort of punching people in the arm. Because we used to play that at
that's a
school.
great game.
Oh, I love that. Punch people in the arm.
Is that part of the Olympics now?
it's I think it was exhibition this year.
Right.
But it's
going to be a pro next
It's going to be the Winter Olympics because you've got to do it in just a cap sleeve shirt in winter. Yeah.
So you're playing that?
She, but whilst I
But
was
she didn't
doing
appreciate that. She used to go, ow!
I always think whilst I was doing that, they were like the Charlie's Angels and they'd be sorting out a mission somewhere. Because they were really like, there was something about them that you thought, they're special.
They were private detectives.
What do they work for a man they never see?
Okay, here's a name I'm interested in because, let me just tell you the name first. Adam Clifton. Oh. Go on, what are your thoughts on Clifton?
He was one of them kids. He was all right, but he had that thing when if you didn't have enough milk, he had like wrinkly hands and like white bits in his nails.
Oh,
because you didn't have enough milk.
Yeah.
So therefore, you didn't like him because you didn't get enough milk.
This is not to be confused with the two people with the big heads and the webbed feet, is it?
Webbed hands.
Well, this was
I know that they weren't related. They must have been somewhere along the evolutionary sort of trail. Do you know what I mean? They must have come from the same sort of stock.
But you wouldn't have liked him. He's just one of them people. He was all right, but
before you say any more, on Friends United, you can leave a little message which explains what you've been doing and what your life's like now. And most people leave maybe 2 paragraphs. Yeah. Adam, I've printed it off. He seems to have printed. I think there's about 6 pages here of stuff. He keeps updating it, and he just basically lists his memories about everyone. Okay, at the school and what he thinks of everyone. And he says, I often see Simon, he's doing all right for himself, self-employed illustrator, Mark Cooper, Karl Pilkington.
Right.
And your name comes up. Now, I don't know if you've told us this story. I think you may have done, but I can't remember the facts about it. It just says Karl Pilkington with his pet bird. Was it a magpie? I can't remember. He brought it to school to show everyone and it flew away.
Oh, God. Oh, no, they do that, don't they? You show them
what was the story then,
You give them seed and they just leave. What do you mean?
Well,
this sounds like Kez.
Well, that's it. I was a big fan of Kez. And it was the time our dog had just died.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any pets and the cats were always getting run over.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want any more pets.
Yeah.
But there was a magpie that used to fly about on the estate and I managed to sort of tame it. And in the end...
With a chair and a whip? What do you mean you tamed it?
Well, just used to sort of hang around it and talk.
But how did you get hold of it? Did you catch it?
Well, eventually, yeah, it used to just come to me. And the annoying thing was, it got to a point when I wish I hadn't bothered. Because it used to pop me bike tyres. It used to sit on like, if I was talking to my mates and I was on my grifter.
I love the way he just throws things in.
It's like an Alan Bennett play.
It landed on my tyre and it used to peck at the tyre and pop it. And then it used to then never go away. So it was always like around the house and my dad said, never bring it in. So he used to sit on the porch and I used to go out and it used to fly down and land on my head. Oh. And it really hurt. It used to like peck and stuff.
He thought it was a tyre.
So it wasn't so much tamed as a stalker.
Oh, God.
So you took it to school and it flew away?
Yeah.
So did you take it in proudly going, look at my magpie? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think it got a bit confused in the area that it was in because I used to just keep it sort of around our estate, but the school was a bit of a distance away.
How did you get it there?
Tying it on my finger.
Did you walk?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was happy there, and then it got to...
But it used to be one of those things that people would stop me in the street and sort of go, oh, what's that?
And I don't suppose
Maggie, called it Maggie.
You didn't get Charlie's Angels to go and find out what happened to it? Investigate?
Were they impressed?
No, not really.
No. Carl, this is quite a little insecure sort of chap. And he was just worried about that last bit. He was going, who would ever find that interesting? He was worried about people finding him boring. And Steve said, as I said, it's like an Alan Bennett thing. He went, yeah, but... no one would care about Alan Bennett if he wasn't such a hit maker. They wouldn't care what to say. And we just looked at him for a while and he went, thinking of Tony Bennett. Bless him.
Listen, it's almost the end of the show, Carl.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really been a Carl special.
This is a Carl special. Yeah.
Well, next week, we'll lay off
next week. We have to
We're
know.
not going to...
He wants to retire a little bit. Just
A few more names that you may recall from Friends Reunited.
Go on.
Lisa Shufflebotham. Do you remember her?
Yeah, she...
Was she one of Charlie's Angels?
No, she wasn't that nice, but she wanted me. her and a mate Rachel, I remember, I don't know why, but it was some sort of PE lesson where it had to be a bloke and 2 girls, and they were fighting over me.
Could you hear what they were saying?
They were just like, I want him, and I was loving it. Stuck in the middle, and they were fighting over me. And then the next week, I thought I'll sit near them.
What sort of game do they play at this school?
I don't know.
That's an incredible game.
But I think
Punch me on the arm. No, punch me on the arm, Carl.
They just went through it. Because the following week, I thought, right, I'll sit near them again, because I quite enjoyed the way they fighted over me. But then they picked somebody else, and I don't know who I was with that week.
So you didn't get any action with Shufflebotham or a friend?
No. And as she got older, she went a bit off. She's not that good. She's probably nice now. It's just, I mean, I'll say about myself, when you get to sort of the end of secondary school, you do sort of go a bit odd looking.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? When your sort of head grows funny.
I would just love to go back to his school of that era. I mean, just what happened to people, whether, all people sprouting limbs.
No, do you know what I mean? When you're like 12 and that, you quite, no, not 12. When you're 10, when you're 7 to 10, you sort of look healthy. And you look at your pictures when you go, yeah, I was a good-looking lad. But then when you get to late secondary school, something happens, and you just look a bit odd.
Okay, well, what about Alison Thorpe?
Not sure about her. I sort of know the name, can't put a face to it.
Damien Comer?
Again, know the name.
Yeah.
Can't remember anything.
No.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Well, these are pretty much all the names I could find. We've had some interesting thoughts, though, and interesting anecdotes.
Yeah.
Anyone in particular that you'd like to say hello to that maybe listening now?
I think I would have mentioned Darren Buckley if you hadn't brought him up.
Oh, right.
He was like my buddy.
Yeah. Did you ever see the Magpie game when you took it to the school and confused it?
No.
You're joking. That was the end of it, was it?
Yeah.
So where did it go?
Probably to some other kid. Because, I mean, actually, it probably got killed. Because if it was being that friendly with other people, some people might have took advantage of it.
In what way?
Well, there was a programme on the other week about...
What, in the way that Shufflebotham was trying to take advantage of you?
There was a programme on the other week about bear whisperers.
Yeah.
And some blokes got really friendly with a bear. And then when they were leaving that area where the bear was, they said, oh, we've caused a problem here because there's some bear hunters coming in and moving into this area. And it's going to get a bullet if it acts like this. So they had to scare it away. And that's what I should have done with Maggie. I should have terrified it a little bit so it wouldn't trust humans.
Just introduced it to some of your schoolmates, I'm sure, would have freaked it right out.
Well, the ones with
maybe that was
heads.
why it fled.
It didn't see. Oh no, it didn't see those 2 fellas with big heads and webbed hands coming towards it, did it?
That would have terrified anything. It's like a scarecrow, like 2 walking scarecrows. Listen, have we got time for a song for the ladies? What's happening? We've not really thought.
Quick, just do it. Just do it. Thanks very much.
Well, hang on, no, we haven't lined anything up, have we?
I was going to play Mary Lawson and that for you. And then
Is this going to be the final track?
It has to be.
It would be, yeah.
We've blown it. We've blown it on the Carl special.
We have indeed.
I'll play it next week. So Carl there's got an E at history in GCSE. Any history teachers, anyone who can help Carl out, I think we should try and register him and take it this June. So what's
your homework for this week?
You've got to read about Che Guevara, haven't you?
Yeah.
The revolutionary leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know anything about him at all? Have you got any basis?
I just know that if you want to use his face on your business, it costs a lot of money. Do you know, like, if McDonald's wanted to have him as, like, instead of Ronald McDonald.
How does he do it? Steve, how does he do it, man?
Oh, we listen, just play a final record, Carl. Say goodbye, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
Wu-Tang Clan there, Steve. XFM 104.9. I'm Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Now, I just reminded me of something else Carl's in the week. I know it's forbidden to talk to him, but I'll tell you this. He was very excited about the Friends Reunited. He was a bit nervous at first, wasn't he, last week? But he was really getting into it. And in the pub, he was talking about those people, and he said, I'd never go on a reunion, though. He said, I'd never do that.
What, a school reunion?
Yeah, and he wouldn't want to see anyone. And I went, well, I said, wouldn't you want to see those 2 lads with the big heads and the webbed hands?
Oh, yeah, these were people you went to school with, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't knock about with them. They were in the class.
What were they called?
Freaks.
Right.
Right. Okay. And he said, no, I wouldn't want to see them. He said, because what could you say? Oh, you haven't changed much. Right. And he went, he said, they wouldn't go anyway, would they? I said, why? He went, well, they didn't have any friends.
Right.
And I said, well, weren't they friends with each other? And he went, no, that would have been too obvious. Like, they passed each other and went, no, I know it's tempting, but let's not.
Everyone would think that's just what we were going to do. Let's not do it.
Yeah. So they didn't even hang around with each other.
No.
See, I must say, in my head, I've got something like it's like some sort of extra thing from Blake 7 that they're like some sort of lagoon monster, but they just had slightly oversized heads, did they?
See, does your head grow? Your eyes don't. Does your head? Because maybe they've got to a point now that it's all sort of caught up with each other.
Well, at the time, the eyes were very small and the head was huge.
Just a very big head. And the fingers aren't going to change. That's not.
They had webbed fingers.
It was like the penguin in Batman.
Really? Are you sure?
No, honestly.
Are you sure they weren't wearing mittens?
No, seriously.
Yeah, they were. It wasn't home economics. They weren't getting something out of the oven, a very hot dish, were they? Every time you saw them.
But why were there two, but they weren't related and they weren't friends?
I don't know. I suppose it's like asthma and that, isn't it? Some kids have it. And it just was a coincidence.
Yeah, but asthma's quite a common thing. Webbed hands, Carl.
Yeah. I don't know. You don't think of it, do you, when you're a kid? You just sort of... when you first see them.
Yeah.
There goes the frogmen. Do you do that? I imagine you get caught staring at things.
Yeah, do you go up to people with problems and go, Mummy, is that a monster?
Well, I was telling you one about when I used to go with my dad in the taxi.
Oh, yeah. Tell us this story.
Well,
your father was a taxi driver?
My dad he had loads of jobs, which he did back then, and they don't do that anymore, do they, people? They don't have loads of stuff.
Sure.
But at one point, he had a black cab, and I used to go with him. He used to get a beer crate and put it in the front of the black cab and sort of sit just next to the meter. And anyway, we got this call, and the guy on the end of the radio said, "Oh, you've got your son with you, haven't you?" So he said, "Yeah." So it's just like, we've got to pick up at number 11 Village Lane or whatever. And I said, all right. And it was this woman. It was like a woman version of the Elephant Man.
Wow. The Elephant Woman?
Yeah, it looked like... it was really strange because I was in the front of the cab, and when you're a kid, if something looks odd, you're a bit scared of it, aren't you? Yeah. And my dad was like, look, be all right. And we're driving towards her.
Look, don't worry, son. I've got loads of buns.
And just to
I'll just throw one down the street if it's right after it.
You're being mean, right?
I am a little bit.
How old were you? 18?
No, I was about 12 or something like that. 11, 12. And as we got closer to her, it looked like she was holding like a bag of spuds on her shoulder
for a snack.
Right.
And her head was all a bit mangled and messy and that. And my dad said, whatever you do, don't stare at her face.
Yeah.
And she got in the back.
Because you turned into stone.
Well, she got in the back, and I had like the mirror, the driver's mirror thing, and sort of having a look, trying to work out. And he said, don't stare at her face. I couldn't work out where her face was. It was that weird.
Oh, God.
So I'm not sure you're from Manchester. I think you're from like Narnia or something.
Yeah, you got frog boys walking around.
The Lord of the Rings.
That got like the claws of a lobster and the head of a toad. Yeah. And you got women getting in with spuds for heads. I mean, what is this?
This is not the place you grew up. This is madness.
Oh, you can't believe it in London, can you? You come down and go, look, symmetry. It must be amazing.
It must be a thing to do with upbringing now, mustn't it? And because, again, do you know, I've said to you before, years ago, when I was a kid and didn't have any worries, good-looking lad, you go through it a bit, have a few more worries, and you look knackered. Now, back there's a lot more worries and stuff, so you get a lot more freaks. Whereas in London, everyone's like happy, aren't they?
I love the fact that stress can cause your fingers to fuse and your heads to grow.
No, but if
she must have been really stressed to have a head.
Yeah. She was she an accountant or something?
You know what I mean?
But what did she do? What did she say?
Where was she going, by the way?
She couldn't speak.
London Zoo, please.
I think she was going to like
to the fair.
Seriously, honest to God. On my mum's life, she was. Because at the end of the day, that's a good thing with animals. They don't judge you, do they?
She's not an animal.
She's a human being.
She's not actually an elephant.
No, but
you know the elephant man was not actually an elephant. You understand that? He's got no elephant genes in him at all.
No.
That was just a cruel name people gave him.
Yeah.
No, it's the name of the disease, isn't it? Elephantitis.
Look, so listen. So this woman, why was she going to a pet shop?
She was going to a pet shop. What, to find a husband?
Is this true?
No, it is true, yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm not taking the mickey because it must be so really bad for you.
Of course it is.
Carl,
I'm going on to you today about cutting myself shaving.
Yeah.
I was going on about that. To think that she's probably not alive now, but to think...
But you're saying that you're going to say this is a worse problem than a little cut shaving, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think you're right.
Carl, there's a couple of key questions I need to ask. One, if she couldn't talk, how did she tell your father where to drive it? Did she have it written on a note?
Did she point with her nose?
Yeah.
Right, this has got silly. Pick your song.
But also, finally, where did you say she lived again?
It was like in a village, a little small village.
Right.
Just hidden out of the way.
All I'm saying is we could maybe get like some sort of coach, book some coaches, get a coach party up there to have a look at her. Take some photos.
And now
you can make some lemonade.
The offspring of a woman and some spuds. Yeah. Please enter at your peril. Should it give me a shiny shilling? Carl, any more? I'll tell that story that you were telling me about your dad when he was driving.
Well, it's just that you were talking about. Well, I mentioned Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
And the Forrest Gump types. When my dad was when he was a taxi driver.
Yeah.
You used to have to sort of do your bit for the local area.
Oh God!
By taking the Forrest Gump people to Blackpool.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called now? The Forrest Gump people? Is that what the organisations that support them ask for them to be referred to?
A minibus with life is a box of chocolates.com.
Well,
Forrest Gump types.
It must be. So you work with these people. The people with learning difficulties.
And they used to get 5.
Coming home must have been a busman's holiday.
So he got 5 of them in the cab.
Yeah.
And they had to go to Blackpool, and 4 of them were really good, behaving themselves, didn't mess about, weren't fighting and stuff. But there was one who was just causing loads of trouble, and they couldn't control him. Oh, and what you've got to be able to do with people like that, you don't want them to get stressed out because it's not good for them. It stresses them out, and you could end up with a bit.
Thanks, Dr. Carl.
You could end up with a bit of a riot on your hands. So he thought, I'll nip this one in the bud right now, and he pulled up just on the outskirts of Blackpool. And he took the one out that was causing problems and put it in a wheelie bin.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologise.
He did what?
Oh,
he did it for the good of the others. He put it in a wheelie bin. He was having a good time. He thought it was one of the rides.
Can you stop saying it?
Him.
Yeah.
He was having a good time, and once he calmed down, my dad went back and picked him up, and he was fine. He had a good time.
He left him in there the whole time the others were in Blackpool?
No, he left him there, not the whole day, probably about an hour and a half.
In a wheelie bin?
In a wheelie bin.
Why couldn't he get out?
Because, his arms were trapped on the thing. It's one of those...
He tied him up?
No, do you know, because he was a big fella, and he managed to get him in so his arms were down the side like that, so he was a bit trapped.
Wasn't he screaming and crying and stuff?
He was making a bit of noise, but do you know what I mean?
What you feel served him right?
Well, but anyway, I didn't really want to talk about it. You just brought it up because of Forrest Gump.
Did his family know about this? Is this the first time they'd have heard about this?
He didn't get asked to do it again.
Sure. Now, you went to school with a number of different interesting people, some of whom were freaks.
I understand had big heads and webbed toes.
Is that right?
Yet they were not related to each other, and they weren't friends with each other. Why weren't they friends with each other?
Because that'd be obvious.
Did they wear shoes, or did they walk around in their webbed?
Were they good at swimming?
I don't know. I don't think they ever went swimming.
Did they ever talk? Did they ever look over at each other and think,
"Yeah, we should hang out more"?
I told you something in the week as well. There was another lad at school had a pigeon chest.
He had a what?
Can we come back to this?
He had a pigeon chest.
I think we should play a record, Carl, because I think we've hooked them now. Yeah. I think there's
no one switching off now, Rick.
No, play a record.
We were talking about something before.
The freaks used to go. You had people with big heads, 2 web feet, didn't hang around with each other. That would be too obvious. You had a fella with a pigeon chest.
Yeah, what's the story with the pigeon chest?
Don't know how it happened. It was like it looked like somebody sort of hit him on the back with a big hammer, and it had come out at the front.
Yeah,
and I've never seen it since.
Could that have been the answer?
What? Why he had it?
Why had it? Possibly, I suppose, in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, don't know. Never asked him.
It's just come back to haunt you, has it? The pigeon chest?
No, it's just that when you mentioned about kids at school, I forgot all about him. You're talking about the kids with the web feet and the big heads.
Yeah,
and I forgot about the little old the
pigeon chest
pigeon boy.
Yeah, pigeon. Yeah. I've had an email from Andrew Forrest, who has just simply entitled it Karl Pilkington. Oh, Karl Pilkington.
What do you think of that?
That's got to be your new name from now on.
Oh.
I had a mate who used to use it.
What, he used to call you that?
Yeah.
Was that your nickname at school, Pilkington?
No, it's not my nickname.
It is now.
No, it's not.
It is now.
Pilkington.
Pilkington.
Oi, Pilkington.
Oi, Pilkington.
Pilkington, do my homework.
Where do you live? Where do you come from? Pilkington?
No, there's this lad who called Mark, right, who I used to go to school with, who used to call me that. And his mum, right, was like obsessed with cleaning. And I was never allowed in their flat.
He makes the place look untidy.
So she used to, I don't know if it was just me or all his mates, but I used to turn up and she goes, yeah, he is in, but you know what you've got to do? And I used to have to go round the side of his flat, and he had a computer, right, which I used to play. I didn't have one at that point, but he had one. And I used to have to go round the side of the flat and stand at his bedroom window with his window open, and I'd be sort of leaning in playing the game.
You are joking.
I'm not. His mum.
You had the weirdest upbringing I've ever heard. The things you were willing to do. It's the strangest. What is this town like?
No, I stopped going once.
Was there always music? Right? There's the horse in the house there. Oh, look at these two kids with big heads and webbed feet. All right, Ronnie. All right, Reggie. What was it like?
She was obsessed.
It is like you've grown up in a cartoon made for children.
Yeah.
No, his mum was really obsessed with cleaning. Can
I play through his window?
I used to.
Mrs. Ramsbottom, can I play through Mark's window? Aye, you know what you have to do.
She used to be up till about 3 in the morning.
Pilkington again? Have you washed your hands?
What, up till 3 in the morning? Washing?
She used to be up doing the tiles in the kitchen.
Washing until 3 in the morning?
It's at 3 in the morning. And for ages and ages, that saying that out on the tiles, I used to think that came from, like, his mum. Because she was out, like, cleaning them late. So, till I was about 13, I thought that saying, out late, on the tiles,
yeah,
was...
And now you're not confused by anything.
Well...
There's no misunderstandings in your life now, is there?
So he was allowed to walk in and out of the house, was he?
No, he was alright, and he used to come round to ours a lot, and my mum used to get these pies from Hagenbach's, right? So...
I don't know what that is.
It's at that bakery where they used to chuck the cakes out the back, I'll tell you about.
Yeah.
And you ate six?
He loved it, but I could never go round to theirs, or if I did, it was like, well, yeah, he is in, and I'd go, alright, and then I'd walk round the side of the flat. Stand outside.
Why did you ever knock at the door? Why don't you just go around and knock on the window?
Just to check he's in, because he wasn't always in his room. If he was in the lounge, he'd have to go to his bedroom, and then that's
to meet you. This is the strangest. And you'd play a computer game through the window.
You say it was a flat. It wasn't like a 5th story one, and you had to get in one of those kind of cleaning contraptions and like winch your way up.
I love the idea of that.
So,
oh, Pilkington. Go on.
Women wearing trousers and that, right? On the estate that I grew up in, on, right? There was a woman about 4 houses down, right? Rough. She's the one.
She was, or the estate?
She was, right?
Yeah.
She's the one whose kid took a horse into her house.
Yes.
Right.
Now, we won't go over that again.
No.
If you're a new listener, I think we covered. I think they get
That's
the
all you
idea
need to know.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, she used to wear leggings.
Yeah.
No, they're a bad idea.
They are a terrible idea. I agree with you there, Carl. If you're a lady of
What
the
colour?
normo persuasion...
Were they pink?
No, they were sort of black, but with all bits on them.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
What, toast and
Just
horse
bits.
droppings? Yeah, go on, yeah.
And she used to, she's quite a big woman.
Sure.
Pauline Quirk, I think you described her as.
Looked like a light bulb when
It
she was
is those
bending
kind of
over in
women that are
leggings.
attracted to leggings.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They are drawn to them like a moth. Sort of flame.
Yeah.
She used to wear them, and that's what I remember when I read this piece. She used to work on one of those sex line things.
Right.
She used to do that. But
what, was she an engineer?
the weird thing with her was, she had big eyelids.
Right.
Go on.
That were too big, and this is what I was thinking.
What do you mean she had big eyelids? How big do eyelids have to be for you to go, they're big eyelids? What was she shoplifting with them? Would she come out of Dixon's with, like, radio stored in them? What do you mean she had big eyelids?
It was another one of them popular things around our way. Do you know, like...
What do you mean popular things? They didn't go, oh, I'll tell you what, they're all the rage. Can I get some big eyelids, please?
No. It was just like one of them things that people suffered with. Just big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes.
What What do you mean? What do you mean? That's one of them popular things around where I grew up. People had big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes. What does that mean? What sort of freak town were you born in? You had webbed feet people with big heads. You got women with big eyelids. What does big eyelids mean?
Are you confusing her with the horse?
Yeah. Did she have hooves? Look, what?
Just too much skin. It was like the neck of a chicken, but on the eyes.
What's your point? Anyway, so there's this big eyelided woman with the leggings.
And that's what I'm saying to you, though. That's when I read that story with people with trousers.
Yeah.
I went from that.
Yeah.
To a woman who used to have big eyelids. I still know the point.
But then, and also the other bloke who had the eyelid problem was a mate of mine.
Right.
His dad had it, and same problem, massive eyelids.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I used to say to my mum, I'm going round to Dave's house.
Yeah.
And
Or
to say, well, that's all right, but make sure his dad doesn't take you out in the car, because he could hardly see. He had to have his head.
He gets to tilt his head back to keep his eyes open.
Make sure! Did he have a couple of matches with him at all times?
What a load of gobbledygook. This began as educating Ricky.
I know,
So
it's
what,
like
he was
people
thinking,
with eyelids.
But it's like you're supposed to make that leap as well.
Yeah.
If I mentioned the trousers, Ricky will probably be thinking about people with big eyelids and women wearing leggings.
Play a record, Carl.
Got nonsense.
Adverts.
No. All right. I love the fact that he was fascinated by the strangest village in Britain, but the stories he's told us about where he comes from, there's him going around with two fellas with big heads, webbed feet, a little pigeon-chested bloke, him on his grifter with Maggie pecking at him, his dad in the telephone box nicking groceries, and a horse in the house next door. I mean, how strange was his upbringing? And him hanging from his satchel. Unbelievable.
There's another woman who I remembered. Actually, I'll tell you later.
Go on, what?
I'll tell you later about another woman who I remembered.
Give us a teaser.
It's just a woman who rode around on a three-wheeled bike with her husband in a basket. Right, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Right, and the final
You don't get
clip.
teasers like that on the other radio
That's a hell of a funeral service.
Right, listen.
Right, tell us about this woman.
Well, it was just because you were saying about the, our living.
We are broadcasting now, aren't we? This is actually going out. This is live. This isn't us sort of like...
Yeah, but you were just talking about how I lived in an odd village.
Yeah.
With kids with big heads and all that, right? And what I wanted to do.
What is that again? There's two kids with big heads.
Yeah, they just had sort of big heads and webbed hands and that. They went to my school. And when I spoke to my dad the other day, because I'm going to see my mum and dad tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, have we got any school photographs with the big-headed kids in? And he said, no, nobody bought those sort of school photos because they were in it, so it was always a bit ruined. So I said, well... No, he said sales were, because he obviously talked to other dads and stuff like that, and he just said, no one bought them. But anyway, so...
I would love them.
Yeah.
That's why I'd buy them.
Yeah, but I wouldn't stand out, would I? If it's on the mantelpiece.
Yeah, well...
But anyway, so I was talking about,
When you say they had big heads, what do you mean? Do they look like someone from Doctor Who?
They were just quite big.
But they weren't related?
No.
So why did two blokes with big heads and webbed feet?
I lived in a weird area. There was a chemical plant close by.
I can't believe you've never told us that before. That explains a lot. Not just the freaks in your neighbourhood, but...
No, there was loads of weird stuff going on. There was this, like I said, there was this woman who used to live in one of the council flats, right? And she had a three-wheeled sort of big, what do you call
it? Three-wheeled son. He was the weirdest bloke we ever knew.
What do you call it? Like a big tricycle, but for an adult rather than one for a kid. It was a big one.
It wasn't a motorbike though. It was
no. It was a push bike thing.
Right.
Yeah. And she used to just sort of ride down the road with a fella sat in the basket on the back, with his legs dangling over. And they'd be going to the pub and what have you.
Was it a different fella each time or the same one?
No, same little sort of bald-headed fella.
So it wasn't collection for organs and things. Bring out your ill. And then people just throw Grandad just in the back and go, right, we're getting £4 for Grandad.
But she's
got a lovely pair of testicles on him. They're very low, but they
bring out your dead or nearly dead.
She used to pick on her husband quite a lot. They'd be in the pub and what have you, and they'd be sat by themselves, but she'd always be sort of, having a go at him, moaning at him, sort of pushing him about and that. So my dad and his mate, right, they went round to their house, knocked on the door, she answered, and he said he was a copper, right? He said, Detective Pilkington, can I come in and have a word?
So I'm just going to make a note of impersonating a police officer.
Yeah, but for the good, he went in and sort of, now, I've heard, I've heard, you picking on your husband a lot. Yeah. We'll be keeping an eye on you. Do it again, and there'll be trouble. And she backed off after that. She was all right.
And how was the husband? Was he still in the basket, though? Was he allowed to ever sort of, like, ride up front with her? Or was he just always in the basket?
She'd sort of stopped picking on him in public places and stuff.
That's good.
You can't get done, can you, just for doing that?
I think impersonating a police officer.
Well, you probably did. There was no gain. I think you can't impersonate a police officer full stop, but I think they'd probably be lenient on him that he was, But let's face it, he's not going to be caught because why would anyone know about it? It's not like his son's going to say it on a radio station, is it? And stitch him right up.
Is this something you did generally? Kind of a little bit of light vigilante work?
Just whatever, him and his mate, just, if they saw something going on, they go, what can we do? Sure. What little scam can we do, or whatever.
That's fantastic. That is brilliant.
That was the record before us, and here we are, pre-recorded, because we did this a few weeks ago, because we're not here at the moment, are we? We're away in that. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Hello there.
And Karl Pilkington.
He's not actually with us. He'll be in some of the best of clips that will be coming up shortly.
Yeah, this is just us, isn't it?
This is just us. We did this. When did we do this, Rick? A couple of weeks back.
Hold on, what is it?
It's the 27th today.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Christmas. I loved Christmas.
I loved Christmas.
I had a great time. What did you get?
Loads of presents.
So did I.
I'm glad they made it to number one.
Oh, I'm really glad.
Stroke, he, she.
Yeah, I'm really glad that the pop idols, Cliff Richard, Westlife, made it to number one.
Bo Selector. Yeah, just delete that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to play some of the best of, some of the greatest moments of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Ever heard on XFM 104.9. What about this? Do you remember this one?
Oh, which one is it?
All right, so here's the first bit. What sort? No. The Pope.
Yeah.
What semi-precious...
Sorry, Mrs. Robinson, we're going to have to let you go.
Yeah.
Go on.
You are the weakest link, Carl. Goodbye.
Yeah, go on.
The Pope.
Yeah, the Pope. Yeah, we've got the Pope. Yeah, that's not strictly a question.
He wears a...
he wears a dustman's hat. He wears gore-blimey trousers. Yeah.
Does he live in a council flat?
Yeah, he lives in a council flat.
He wears a semi-precious stone. What's the stone?
The Pope wears a semi-precious stone. What is the stone?
You mean, what is it called?
Yeah.
What is it called?
What, has it got like a kind of papal name?
I think it's like, is it a 18-carat one?
So we got to try and get the carrot
yeah,
of the Pope's big diamond.
He calls it Dennis. He calls it Dennis the Stone. Do they want the type of gem it is? Like,
or is there some kind of papal name for it?
Or do they want it like the Rosetta Stone? Or
I don't know.
I can't actually. Play a record. Play 2 records.
Let's not.
Where's your head at? Basement Jacks. Right, okay, let's get this right.
Have we knocked this on the head then? It's just not happening.
Oh, here he is. Look.
Here he is.
Come in. Hey, look, how have you... Oh, God. I don't believe that.
Oh, that's pathetic.
I do not believe that.
That's absolutely pathetic.
Now, they won't believe this, will they?
No.
Right, if I say that Jonathan Ross just got his massive member out, and he is a big lad... Come and sit down.
I've got your tickets, Mr. Gervais.
Thank you.
What's going on here then? I mean, why are you dropping off tickets?
Well, because, in the spirit of the Comedy Awards, we like to have the rising young stars of the British Comedy Awards.
That's right, yeah. And that's me.
Well, we couldn't find any this year, so we've asked Ricky whether he would sit in the rising young star seat, and I wanted to deliver the tickets personally, so there's no excuses if he doesn't turn up later.
Yeah.
I always suspected that you were sort of pretty well endowed.
Yeah.
And now we've seen, it's on webcam.
That was just one of my cocks.
That's the one you're wearing today.
That, didn't we?
Don't say that. No,
This is meant to be the happening young station. What's going on?
No, you can't say stuff like that.
You can't.
Just careful what you say. Look after Julian Clary. 10 years in the wilderness, and he comes back in a person life.
10 years in the wilderness.
Happened to you.
That's Jesus you're thinking of, isn't it?
Just because you're on everything at the moment.
I walked in here, and I came in here, and I thought, this is the young happening place, and what do I see in here? 3 old men sitting
What are you talking I'm only 28, 27.
You all look, you're wrecked. You all look wrecked. Well,
that's because we're always partying.
I was looking for some youngsters. Where's the youngsters? I wanted to see some tight leather pants. I wanted to see some foxy chicks hanging on you every word. What is it? It's a bunch of old blokes and a bloke out there washing up in a sink.
But look at him. He even dresses for radio. Look
This
at
is
him.
ludicrous.
It's amazing. Looks like you're
I love the fact you were on the phone to Gervais last night, weren't you? Asking his advice.
Yeah.
On clothes.
Well,
look at him. He's going for the man down the DSS.
I like that look. That's a nice look.
Have you got a single pair of trousers that aren't elasticated at the waist?
They're maternity jeans, aren't they? They've got a whole panel that pushes
The
forward.
thing is, what I do at the end of the week, I can pop these in a pan and I can make a nice soup with all the food that's encrusted in
As
them.
his years as a homeless coming to the fore there.
Look at you,
But
one
why-
step away from Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen.
I'd like to be that bit closer.
But why are you dropping off tickets? Are you a little bit... Because I thought you were married and stuff. Why do you suddenly got this obsession with Gervais?
Because
I'm a bit rough, ain't I?
yeah, it's like when you see Dale Winton out with those rough boys. I'd like to get one of my own.
When a top celebrity in a lovely looking suit walks down the corridor with his penis out,
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that I'm still an
You
attractive
know
man.
you've arrived. I was inaugurated the same way. For me, it was Des O'Connor. It's like it's the passing on of the baton, if I may use that euphemism. and you've been battened.
But it's fantastic.
Well,
it is a pleasure. I don't think I'm complacent just because I'm mixed with you. I still wake up and think, I don't believe it. I'm mates with Jono.
Can I just point out?
Jono.
I was listening to the show last week, and I heard you, as always, revealing a little too much about yourself, if you don't mind me saying so.
Yeah.
Steve,
Not as much as you.
No, but that was just for the benefit of the room.
Yeah.
And talking about when you used to occasionally urinate in the sink.
Yeah.
When you were around my house last time, and I came in, and you looked a bit shifty. No, please reassure me.
It was more ownership. That
Yeah.
I was like, I went to my territory, and then other people that come in that go, has Gervais been round here? It's like just marking my territory.
Because my coffee the next morning had a hazelnut tang to it that I don't remember putting in.
Can I just say something? Because I mean, I used to, mention to you, Gervais, when we first started getting involved in the business.
Yeah.
I used to say, if there was one celebrity I'd like to be friends with, it's Jonathan Ross.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, Ricky's befriended Jonathan Ross. I'm nowhere to be seen.
But
Not
Ricky
invited
told me-
round.
Ricky told me that I could be his friend, providing I never extended the arm of friendship.
Right.
To you.
Yeah, if you ever...
I thought as much.
He tries to keep everyone else down he works with, from the office, all the other shows. He tries to keep them down. He said,
I didn't even want
I'm
you
number
coming
one.
in. I wanted to meet you on the steps.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to tell him you were around. But you called. He went, who's that? And he saw your name come up and he went, well, can I meet him?
Well, you're all coming tonight, aren't you?
This isn't Radio 2, by the way. These links are way too long. This is snappy radio. We have to play out...
Yeah.
You might
The
be
kids have lost interest.
But the kids want to hear Coldplay, Catatonia,
You know what I like?
Faithless.
How about some more of that instantly forgettable hip hop you play each week? One of those obscure hip hop hooray. That's the worst feature on British radio. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Wait a minute, I heard your
As I was
quiz on
saying to
Radio
Bruce
2.
the other day, I said the hip hop's
Jonathan.
had its day. You should be that one.
Put it away. Put it away.
I'm Carl.
Carl, how you doing?
I'm all right. Got a question for you.
Quiet man.
Got a question.
Yeah.
The Pope.
Yeah.
What semi-precious stone does the Pope wear?
It's easy.
Go on.
Topaz.
Is that the right answer?
I don't know. I might have wrote it down.
I'm really sorry, Jonathan.
It's not what he publicly admits to, but I have to know because I was hanging out with him at the Groucho one night, and he was saying, "Oh, look at this, look at this, look at that topaz. Go and buy that. Look
at that.
Vatican City."
Look at that. We can make a nice ring out of that, he said.
Didn't go anywhere, but thanks for asking. I better go. I've got to go. I've got to go and buy
you.
some winkle pickers.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Enjoy
Nice to
it.
meet you, Stephen.
Yes.
Carl, I wish I could say it'd been a pleasure, but actually it was quite creepy.
See you later.
So we just had a text here that says, and I don't know what truth there is in this, as ever, but John says there is apparently a nude bike ride today in Hyde Park. Now, I can't believe that's the case, because I don't think it's allowed, is it? You can't ride around with your veg out, can you?
I don't know.
Why would you want to?
Well, good point.
On a bike.
On a bike, I love the fact that that's what disgusts him.
I want. Do you know what? If we did appeal for a nudist to call in, I'd want a very specific sort. I want a German nudist, a middle-aged man called Helmut.
Okay.
If there is any, or the closest one to it. So I want a middle-aged man from Germany. If your name is Helmut, you're in. But I'll accept Hans. Carl would be good, wouldn't it?
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm wondering if the age might. Maybe we could we broaden that
Okay,
out
just
bit?
a German nudist bloke.
Right.
Can he at least be fat? Can I find a fat German fella? If your name's Helmut, we're going to give you a big prize.
Yeah.
But, any fat German fella who likes to get his sausage out.
Sure.
Okay?
It's sauerkraut.
Yeah.
What's the phone number?
0871 222 1049. It'd be good just to get an email or a text over the contact, won't it? And then I can just call them up in the week.
Sure.
And
83936 is the text number. I don't know what our audience demographic pans out like, Rick, but I'm suspecting that's probably a fairly small fraction of our listenership.
I know, but there must be someone out there, if you know a fat German who likes to get his tackle out, phones are going.
Straight away.
Just answer it, Carl. Just answer it. Just potluck.
It could be anything.
Well, just see what it is.
To be fair, it could be a nutter. But
just say hello. Just tell your turn his nutter straight away.
He'll stay there, won't he? He'll stay there.
Well, answer it. Answer it.
Leave it.
Answer it.
Oh, you see this? It's gone. There you go. He bottled it, so just as well.
Well, you took too long to answer it.
There's a vicar in Australia who started sort of doing his services and all that in nude.
Hot, isn't it, out there?
Yeah, where'd you get the churches aren't. Churches are pretty cold. It was on some website.
Of course it was. Yep.
Just saying about a vicar and that who's there's a lot of nudists and that who want to get married. Do it, don't mess about with the wedding dress and that. Just snip up.
Cheaper, isn't it?
Well, I suppose it's so. I suppose if you believe in God, you believe that that's the way to be in it, because Adam and Eve and that.
Yeah, but then in Adam and Eve, the shame made us dress up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Eating the apple and things.
Yeah, but God didn't want that, did he?
No, he wanted to see it all. He was loving it. He was having a whale of time getting a life full of all of that, and then the snake said, cover yourself up.
Stitched him right up.
The brilliant Blur, Out of Time on XFM 104.9.
One of my favourite singles of the year, and that's another thing. We'll be playing our favourite singles of the year, as well as our favourite clips of our own show.
Rick, I imagine if people have got a bit of Christmas money, they're wondering what they can spend it on.
Office DVD?
Well, other than that, these guys have got some ideas.
What, adverts? Brilliant.
Ooh, those boys can rock there. That's the Guns with All Their Roses and Sweet Child of Mine.
On XFM 104.9.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was good.
It rocks.
I hope the audience was playing it loud like us.
Yeah. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Well, look at him yawning. How rude is that?
Carl, what's wrong with you, man? Have you been up late?
A little bit.
Girlfriend was away, wasn't she, yesterday?
Yeah, I always have a problem with that. Because you don't go to bed, do you, early? Do you know what I mean? You sort of think... I just always find that thing that if, you're used to living with someone, one of you will go, let's go to bed, then you'll go, all right. But when you're on your own, you go...
You just forget to go to bed.
I just stay up.
Okay, stop eating now, Carl. You've ate all the food. That's just a plate. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I stayed up and watched... there was a thing on about Dracula.
Right. What, Dracula?
And I found a flaw in it.
Go on.
Not the fact that he's the living dead and and drinks blood to stay alive and he doesn't reflect
and he can turn into a bat.
Well,
and you can go on.
The mirror thing, he can't look in mirrors, can he?
Well, he can look in mirrors, but he can't see himself in a mirror.
Yeah. That still doesn't work.
Go on. It doesn't work at all, Carl. It doesn't work at all.
Well, centre parting's always really neat.
His centre parting's always really
How does he do it if he can't look in the mirror?
Blood on the floor or something it was called. Rubbish.
I love the flaw in the Dracula film is that his centre parting's too neat. How did he do it without a mirror? Oh.
Was it a documentary about Dracula?
No, there was...
The real Dracula.
Yeah, the real Dracula.
It's just a film. It had blood on the floor or something. It was called.
Yeah.
It's rubbish.
We had a little lunch yesterday, didn't we?
We did indeed. That was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I hate going out with you two.
I was explaining to Carl, right? I like to excite Carl's imagination, right? And if it involves chimps or monkeys, all the better. Brains he likes, parts of the body, deformity. I know where to, what buttons to push. And I told him about this thing. I don't know if any of you out there know about this, but there's an experiment they did in the 50s, a clinical psychology experiment where there's your two hemispheres of the brain, okay? They're joined by a thing called the corpus callosum, right? Which is just a little flap of skin, like a little scarlet lead that joins your two hemispheres. And what they did, they cut that in half, and they thought it was a cure for schizophrenia, but what it turned out to be, or epilepsy, I think, I can't remember, was that your two sides of your brains didn't function together. You couldn't get information. I was telling Carl all this thing, and one of the things I told him was that they did it on a monkey, and it fought itself over a nut. Like its right arm was connected, by its left lobe of the brain, and it was fighting over itself. And Karl went, instead of like thinking this is amazing experiment, he went, would it have been happy if you'd given it 2 nuts?
Yeah, I know. Well, you started off by explaining it, and I remember you mentioned, because I was watching the two of you as you were describing it to me, you said, of course, one side of the brain deals with symbolism, and as you said the word symbolism, I noticed Karl drift away from looking at you, pick up his mobile phone, and start pressing buttons randomly. And I thought it was the word symbolism that got him. And I noticed you took you just a moment longer. And I think the first thing you said was, when did I lose you?
Yeah, I knew I'd lost him.
It's extraordinary. And he doesn't even try to disguise it.
I said nomenclature at one point as well.
Right, yeah.
And I knew I was dicing with death there.
Yeah.
But, but I told you tried to look it up, didn't you, on the web? You didn't find anything about it, did you?
The spelling of it's, what is it again? What's the word?
Corpus callosum.
Yeah, so I couldn't do it.
Don't bother.
Give up.
Don't bother.
Give up.
So if anyone knows any interesting facts about that,
But yours hasn't been cut in half, has it, Karl? That would, again, might explain something.
I'll tell you what we will be talking about later. I don't know if you're sort of aware of them, Steve.
Go on.
Bonobos.
Oh, I
don't know much about bonobos.
I told him about he was looking for stuff. I said, put in bonobo. He was having no luck with chimp. And they're a form of chimpanzee, but they're even closer to us, evolutionarily speaking. They've got their social groups are more like ours. They're more intelligent, and he was loving it, weren't you?
So is it human bonobo Karl? Is that how it works on the evolutionary ladder?
Chimp Karl.
Yeah.
Talking about him.
So we're talking about bonobos. You're excited about that?
Yeah,
That's coming up in Monkey News?
No, I think it's a bit of a monkey bonus. Because my auntie Nora, she same thing, pumped her with loads of drugs. She used to have a cabinet next to the bed is like boots. She's got loads of stuff, right, for all sorts of stuff. And I mean, she's not that old, but she's on loads of stuff, right?
She's a bit coked up, is she?
She called up my mum once, and
yeah, how told us this? Go on, tell it again.
And she said, "Oh, how are you doing?" And that. It's all right. Bit worried though. My mum said, "Why? What's up?" She said, "I've been breaking wind." So she goes, "Well, you know." She says, "No, but this one is going on and on and on." And she was like, she was like, what do you say? What's like passing wind, farting for 5 minutes. one thing, not like, you know, trumping and then nothing.
Yeah.
Continuous
drone of a fart.
Yeah.
I don't think she had. How big was she? She must be the size of a barn.
No, she's not that big. She's good for her age.
No, but I mean,
quite slim.
No, but fine for 5 minutes. Where's all the gas? Was she circular breathing? Was she sucking it in with her mouth?
It was just, I don't know that much about it. But she called up my mum. About 2.5 minutes in.
Could you hear it in the background?
2.5 minutes in!
2.5 minutes in, she called my mum up, and it went on for a further 2.5 minutes.
Oh. And she just stayed on the phone, did she?
Where was
going? Well, can you hear that?
Well,
did she hold the phone next to her arse? Listen to that.
She was off the ground.
Trying to work a tune down.
she was actually hovering. She was 4 foot off the ground when they found her, the ambulance men.
The cat's dead.
Don't light a match! Don't light that cigarette!
Yeah, it's like that advert. The kids come home from school, switch on the light.
Yeah. Then they see Granny hovering, turn the light on.
Be careful if you have an elderly woman at home.
Yeah. Drugs make you fart.
So that's what I'm saying, you know, just let these people...
What are you saying? No, wait a minute, what are you saying?
I'm saying let people enjoy the life they've got left.
No, you're not. You're saying don't put them in hospital, leave them at home to die.
No, I'm not.
Give them a Rubik's Cube and let them die. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll tell you something now, right? Steve, I'll tell you something. I didn't want to do it because it brings the show down, but she did die.
Who, the blue-handed lady?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I said to my dad, how's the woman next door? She said, oh, she went last night. They've got an old fella in there now.
God.
So, there you go. So, wouldn't it have been better to leave her at home where her friends and family can call and speak to her, even nip that round if they want, you know, with a cat, I imagine.
No, it's definitely a cat now. What was that cat's called, that you imagine?
Probably, I'm seeing like a big ginger one, so I don't know, something like, I don't know, maybe ginger or whatever. Maybe I had a budgie. But that's what I'm saying, just let him enjoy his life, because dying in hospital, I wouldn't like to do it. If I went to the doctors and they said, you haven't got long life left, I'd say, well, I'll stay at home.
Yeah.
And that's the point I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Right? If you can't do anything for them, let them enjoy their life.
Yeah, a Rubik's Cube.
Right. Well,
I remember, I think all kids go through a phase of shoplifting.
Well.
And when I was going through it, I used to just little things, just like magic markers and magazines, Mars bars, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And one day, right, my mate Anthony, his mum called up my mum and said, I've got to meet up with you. I've got to have a word with you. And she said, what about? She said, I don't want to talk about it over the phone. So she goes, oh, right. Well, yeah, come round tonight then. So anyway, my mum sees me. She don't want to be in an awkward position and, like, be a bit embarrassed and what have you. So she sees me and she goes, right, Anthony's mum's coming round. What have you been doing?
Yeah.
So I go, oh, God. I said, I've been nicking stuff. So she goes, like, what? So, not big stuff. I've had a few calculators and Mars bars and stuff.
How many? I'll just work it out. Hold on. Works out at 7.2 per day.
So,
how many calculators do you need?
So it was when that phase.
You failed maths, didn't you?
Everyone wanted a calculator. It was like a trendy thing, wasn't it?
Right. Oh, yeah.
In Manchester a couple of years ago, yeah.
So anyway, so I told her all this and I confessed to, like...
Computers will make it there one day.
I confessed to...
There's magic in the back of battery. Go on.
Confessed to nicking all this stuff. She comes round. She only wanted to borrow some money.
Brilliant.
She said, oh, I don't like asking. I was a bit embarrassed to ask you over the phone, but can I borrow 20 quid?
Oh, that's fantastic.
And there's me.
That's great.
And it's similar sort of thing to yours.
And did you...
And he went, hold on, Mum, let's work out the interest on that. I bank 10%. She'll owe you £4.40. Yeah. Oh, dear.
So your mum was a loan shark.
yeah.
And did she mention
She went,
that you've been nicking stuff with that other... Because what I'm saying is presumably you got your mate in trouble.
No.
Right,
That's great.
Anyway, should we have some more music? Because we've been waiting for hours.
What are you going to play, Carl?
We've got the Cooper Temple Clause lined up.
Brilliant.
Probably you're thinking, Rick, isn't it time that we do our usual roundup of what's been happening in the news?
Yeah.
Which we always do every week.
Yeah.
We always do something, which is, I mean, basically, if you're listening and you're a new listener, say you work at a newspaper, we always try to be informative, just try and put stuff out there that just educates people, informs
What are you
people.
thinking? Well, I said Monkey News is coming up, but what have you got?
No, I was just looking on the net there and just found a couple of quite important news stories, probably worth mentioning. Policeman caught photographing... I don't know why it makes me laugh. It's just the phrasing, I suppose. It's the headline. Policeman caught photographing up woman's skirt.
No, he wasn't up there taking a picture of Big Ben. He wasn't going, can I just sit up here? I'm just going to take a picture of that seagull over there.
No.
He was facing the camera up a woman's skirt.
He was indeed.
Right.
A policeman in Japan is facing disciplinary measures after he was caught photographing up a woman's skirt with a hidden camera while on duty. The 42-year-old sergeant, who's not been named, used a digital camera to secretly snap the shots when the woman was reporting a stolen bicycle.
So he was actually
doing his proper job. He'd obviously thought to himself, I'll bring him a digital camera today. On the off chance a beautiful woman comes in to report a crime or robbery, I'll have it ready, I'll have it positioned, in such a way. But this is interesting. This is how he got caught. Okay? The woman became suspicious after she saw a flash go off.
brilliant.
I mean, this
Not so secret at all.
Sorry, did I just see your shoe? Your shoe just seemed to just spring into life there. It was light. There was light.
Yeah, I think I'd had someone set fire to some magnesium that was on the end of it. It won't happen again.
But it's only you and I in here, and your shoe was just suddenly lit.
Why are you standing like that? Why is your shoe just sort of like between my feet?
There's no reason. This is how I always stand.
What did the bike look like? Flash? So, are you taking pictures of my family?
No. And no, I'm not. And you should be wearing knickers anyway.
Well, how do you know that?
What?
How did you know I'm not?
How did I know what?
I'm not wearing any...
I didn't know you. I don't know what you've got up there.
Well,
I don't know what it looks like, and there's no way I could. Of course, it would be roughly that conversation in Japanese.
I know, yeah. This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying the Best Of.
I'm amazed that these are the highlights and that we've strung it out this long, Rick.
But the good thing about this is, we're not here, we recorded this a couple of weeks ago, just the links, right? This has taken us about 10 minutes for the whole show. We get paid the same. Why don't we do this every week?
That's a great idea. High five. Right.
Listen to this clip, it's brilliant.
Can I just ask Carl how he got on over Christmas? Because the last time I spoke to him, you hadn't bought a present for your girlfriend. I had to say I was on tenterhooks all Christmas.
Well, you changed it. After that show, I felt bad, even though I shouldn't have done, because...
Because you hadn't bought your girlfriend a Christmas present?
Yeah, but I said to you, I booked a table at a hotel in Covent Garden, had Christmas dinner there, which was nice, right? It's good food and everything.
Didn't feel like enough to me.
Well, then I went out and treated some stuff, and then...
No. A couple of days before Christmas, He went, I took Suzanne to that hotel we're going to go to for Christmas dinner. We had tea and cakes. And I went, oh, you treated her? He went, no, she paid for it, but I was just showing her what it was going to be like. That was her extra treat. She paid for it. I love that.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Well, it was a dear. It was like 150 quid for a meal for two, which is pretty dear. So I'm not going to buy her cakes as well.
All right, love, have anything you want. You pay for your own pudding. I'm not mental.
Yeah. So you treated her to some other stuff.
Some bits and bobs.
What, so she chose them and you paid for them?
What, the presents?
Yeah.
No, you chose them and she paid for them, but you know it's the thought that counts.
I got them on the way home that Saturday.
Well done.
And what did you buy?
Well, just some bits.
It might be personal, Steve.
Well, I don't care.
Just some bits.
Yeah,
Just bits and pieces.
Leave out the personal bits. What bits?
Just little things. And then yesterday, right?
A monkey wrench and a new washer for the shower.
Yeah. Some recordable CDs that you need for your job.
Oh, dear.
Now, when you gave those presents to her, did her face light up?
Right. I don't want to tell you what they were, right? But she wasn't that impressed.
You're going to tell us what they were now,
tell us what they are.
You even know what they are. She told you on Christmas Day.
Hold on, wait a minute.
But it doesn't matter what they are.
It does matter what they are.
It doesn't.
It does, Carl. It's you, mate. Of course it
doesn't
matters.
matter.
Oh, God!
Have you just remembered?
Yeah!
Right, but there's no need.
I've got to tell him, Carl. I really want your permission because I don't want to be I know it's not, but we know it's not that embarrassing. It's really quite sweet.
Yeah, but in a way, right, the way I look at it is, right, Christmas, even when I was a little kid, right, is not...
Please let me tell him, Carl.
Well, let me just tell you first, though. Let me tell you why I didn't go all out on the old present front.
All right. Justify yourself.
Right? First of all, I've covered it up since then anyway, right, with that present, because I bought her some shoes yesterday, and she did say, I'll give you the money for them, but when I get home, I said, it's all right. I said, you can have them, right? So not only did I buy her some food on Christmas Day, I got her shoes. She's probably had a
And they feel like a horse.
Yeah.
It's not like, there you go, there's your shoes, there's your food, right. Bed down, see you later.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is she's done...
fed and clothed.
Yeah, did you comb her hair?
She's done well this year, right? So... The thing
She's done well this year. It's like you're a single parent living on a council estate with a smack problem, and you still managed to buy them some Lego.
When I was a kid, it wasn't about what you got. I remember one year when I was about 8. Right?
This is going to make me cry, isn't it, this?
No, it's not. I'm just saying the way it is, right? I woke up at about 4 in the morning. And I was like, what have I got? And I couldn't sleep. I was that on edge. It's the excitement of Christmas, isn't it? It's like, what's wrapped up? I need to know.
Sure.
And it's the fact that people are saying, no, you won't know until tomorrow.
Yes, sure.
That annoys you and winds you up.
Okay.
So I got up at 4 in the morning, opened my presents, and then went, right, I know now, went back to bed, had a great sleep.
Yes.
Right? So it's nothing to do with the excitement of what you get. It's the excitement of not knowing what you've got.
And then what happened when you got up to go down with the presents?
What you're saying to me is that you could wrap up a brick because the thrill of Christmas is in hoping and being excited about what it is, not the actual gift itself.
Yeah.
Is that what you did? Did you get a brick?
No, let me tell you now what he got. He got her a present, right? And she said, she came and I said, yeah, he got me. It was an industrial-sized packet of condoms.
It was a joke gift.
No, it wasn't
a joke.
It wasn't even a joke.
I went home that Saturday after the year, past Boots, thought, might have something in here. They were on, like, some value.
Right, you passed the
makeup. Were
makeup.
they used?
The makeup. You passed all the other...
Past the makeup,
stuff.
past the lovely vanity cases.
Yeah.
The foot spas.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hold on. How much are these, love, for 100?
Yeah.
$4.99. Yeah.
Do I get them reduced if I buy in bulk?
So how many did you buy? What was it?
I don't know, probably about 100.
Right, okay.
And is she allowed to use those with anyone?
Did you wrap them?
Can she just go out and have a wild...
Well, you don't need to wrap. They're already wrapped, aren't they? Oh. And then what did she say when she opened them? No, wait. Carl, what did she say?
Right, play a record and we'll come back to this. Oh, you're worse than my father. That's genius.
Talking about this the other day. What was it now? Listen, I felt like... No, listen. Do you want this? All right,
no, come on. All right, he's got it now.
Go on.
This fella goes to the doctors, right?
Oh, right, okay. Right, if this isn't any way apocryphal, stupid, illogical, impossible, right, you are never, ever speaking again on radio. So make sure this is at least possible. I'll tell you what, I'll even give you improbable but possible. So if there's anything that breaks the laws of the universe or logic, okay, that's all you have to avoid. On you go.
Right, so this fella, right, he goes to the doctor's because he's got earache.
Right. Okay, if a chimp's living in his brain... that he go on.
So he's got earache, he's sat in the waiting room and his ear's all bunged up and it's hurting a lot and what have you. So the doctor comes out and he goes, right? And because his ear's all bunged up, he doesn't hear it that well, right? So he thinks it must have been me, right? So he wanders in.
Keep going.
Anyway,
I'm going to hate this. I can just feel it in my bones. Steve, I'm going to let you take over. Okay,
let's hear it.
So the doctor says, sit yourself down there, right? So he sits himself down. He goes, right, take your pants off, right? So he's thinking that's a bit odd. Anyway, he
heard that though.
He apparently he took his tackle off. The doctor did some operation.
What, there in the waiting room?
No, in his office.
In his office, yeah. What? Wait. So he removed what? His genitals?
Yeah.
In his office.
Why, Carl?
Because he hadn't called him in.
Oh, he'd called in the bloke who wanted his testicles taken off, and he didn't hear it. What? So the doctor went out and said, Mr. Jones, who's here to whip off your cock and balls, just here and now, right? Bloke comes in, didn't it? It must have been me. So the bloke who wanted his balls taken off didn't say, I think he said me. So he didn't interrupt then. So the bloke goes in, he starts taking his testicles off, and he doesn't say, I'm here for me ears. What are you doing with that?
There was this. This is what it's like about getting presents and stuff, right? With my mum and dad.
Go on.
My mate Colin, right?
Colin Bacon?
No, Colin Bailey.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
He had a little Sinclair Spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Computer.
Yeah.
Which was like the thing to have at that time, right?
Yeah.
Used to always go round to his house. The deal was...
Not the one you had to play through the window because you weren't allowed
No, that's another lad.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is a different lad. And the deal was, he came to our house and my mum gave him a pie. And then I'd go round to his and I'd stay there for a few hours playing, Hungry Horace and stuff like that on it.
Sure.
Right? Now, my mum and dad knew that I really wanted one of these computers, right? So I waited about a year. Came round to Christmas Day. I thought, I reckon might have one. Turned out they bought me the wrong one. They bought me a ZX81 instead of a Spectrum, right? And Christmas Day, I'm there trying to load the games up. It's not working. I'm thinking, what's wrong, right? And the thing with me, when I was a kid, I used to get quite sort of agitated.
This is the moment,
right? I found out that it needed a RAM pack to make it work, right? Looking in the thing and it's saying, and make sure you put your RAM pack in the back. And I was like, oh, where's the RAM pack? And my dad's going, I don't know, I've got you the main bit. That's it. So I was that wound up, I just was sick, right? Just sick. I didn't feel sick or anything, I just was like, oh God. Went to the sink, just sick. Because I was that on edge about it. I said, come on, we've got to get one. And my dad's like, Tandy's shut. We're not gonna get anything today. Ruined again, Christmas Day. That was after the year when my train set got blown up by our kid. The following year, no RAM pack. And now you ask me why don't I get good presents?
He's scarred. He just
I'm going to die. Honestly, I'm going to die. He's just being sick.
Yeah.
There's no RAM pack. What?
Did you get to the bottom of it? Why wasn't there a RAM pack?
You have to buy them separate.
Oh,
It's one of them
okay.
cons.
What do you mean I can't play Frogger?
Oh, no.
So, wasn't there another incident when you threw up? Spontaneously threw up? Through sheer anxiety?
I do get it. It's not so much now because I've relaxed a bit, but as a kid I used to be quite on edge all the time with certain things.
Do you think that's what happened to your
The
cat
wind.
that kept being sick? That it didn't get the food it wanted? And it just threw up? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
God, so they shaved it.
Look at Gervais with me, Steve and Carl. Carl, why have you got a headache? You got a headache?
Just a bit stressful because the moves on this week.
Are you leaving house?
Oh, by the way, the XFM listeners came round to my house and bought the futon and table.
Did they?
Well, they're happy with it.
Quite normal. They were well happy.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe the luck with it.
What do you mean quite normal? What do you mean quite normal?
Well, it's always a bit scared, isn't it, getting getting people round.
I imagine they were scared.
No.
And were they excited to see you? Could you tell that they were pretty pleased to see you?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
You're Karl Pilkington.
Yeah, but the fellas sort of, they brought the whole family round, which was a bit odd.
Well, it's not often they get the chance to visit a living creek.
Anyway, no, they were nice.
And you're moving now, yeah? He said he phoned me up today. You know, it was absolutely tipping it down. Right? He had to cycle in, right? Because he said, because of the move, he doesn't want to leave his bike round there. Right? And he said, and Suzanne, I can't say this in case he's listening, can I?
He won't know.
He said Suzanne's hired the oldest removal man in London.
You should hear him. And the thing is, right, we booked him because everyone else happened to be booked out, but this fella's free, right? So he called up this morning. I've never spoke to him, but he was on the phone. He sounded about 90.
Yeah.
Can't think that he's going to have to do all the work.
And the thing is, right, it seems to be
all he
cheap.
wanted some Werther originals.
Yeah, right, listen, it seemed to be cheap because it's £50 an hour. But how long is it going to take him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's genius.
When's the move on then? When's the
he's coming round. He came round today to bring some empty boxes, and he was struggling with them. So it actually happens on Wednesday.
Oh God.
Anyway,
Rick, let me say you were laughing and almost had a heart attack. Doesn't bode well for the boxing match, does it?
Cough at the moment, I've had my Lemsip.
This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying the Best Of. Do you know what a fable is?
I've got a rough idea.
Okay, it's a thing that uses sort of metaphor, analogy, just to explain sort of morals. I mean, they're very old for a start, and it's all I'll give you an example of one. A quick one. Oh, the one about the dog with two bones. He goes to a dog's got a bone. He sees a reflection in the lake, and he thinks, "Oh, that dog's got a nice bone. I'll have that." And as he goes to get that one in the reflection, he drops the one he's got, and that's one about
I think I was told one when I was younger.
Go on.
I think it was one. This young lad, he's got a dog, right, and he's about 8 years old, and this dog, he's had it since he was about 4. And it's a bit tired now, and he chucks sticks for it, and it doesn't go for it. And he's saying to his mum, "Oh, I want a new dog because this one's useless. It doesn't do it doesn't have any fun with me." So they say, "Oh no, but Rover's a good little dog. You should look after it." And he's like, "Oh, I don't like it. I want a new one." So they buy him a new puppy, and it's running around, yapping about, and he's loving it, and he's playing around with it in the grass. And then one day he goes to the park and he's messing about and rolling about with it, and he falls into the lake. Right, and the little puppy's like yapping at him, and he's going, help me, the little dog's yapping. And then the old dog comes and gets his collar, and it pulls him out of the lake, and he goes, "Oh God, why did I forget about you? You're the better dog." And he loved that one again rather than the puppy.
I got a feeling that was Lassie.
Well, yeah, that was an episode of Lassie. What's the moral? What's the moral there, Carl? What's that telling? What's that explaining through analogy?
Sort of, don't forget the old.
Look after old people. I remember there was one I heard once about a young boy who got trapped in a lake inside a cage.
But he loved his trainers so much.
He wasn't going to get them wet.
But
even though he had to get out there,
and even though he thought that was the important thing because it's material value, he actually drowned, and the trainers were no good to him then.
Got some new ideas for you.
Go on.
Well, they've all been blinders in the past.
Go on.
Did you do any competitions when I was away?
I think we did, didn't we? Didn't we give away a DVD? Did we? Yeah, we did. Yeah, go on. Yeah, right. Go on. Anyway.
Well, I thought of some...
This isn't like radio, is it, as we know it? This is just people talking. If the mic's on, it's luck. Yeah. If anyone's listening, I've no idea what they think of this show. It's not a show.
Not in the traditional sense.
No. Okay, then you're going to change with that, Carl.
Because a show suggests a certain form of presentation.
Yeah.
A certain pride.
And when we do present it...
dare I say it, some planning.
Yeah, and when we do, it's ruined by him pressing the wrong button.
Yeah, but I've got some planning here.
Go on, then.
Quizzes. What I did was, when I was on holiday, right, you said, come up with a new idea, right? So the best way of coming up with ideas is sort of
Thinking.
Sort of nicking a TV show name and then twisting it a bit.
Yeah.
So.
Or just rip off Simon Mayo's idea completely.
That's good advice for anyone out there.
I didn't.
Yeah.
If you're interested in ideas.
See, Karl is presently running a course writing for TV.
Yeah.
And that's the lesson 1, isn't it? Just rip something else off.
Just do it and change the title slightly.
Yeah.
Well,
go on.
This one I haven't really got. I don't know what to do on the game, but I'm thinking Strike It Ricky.
That's all you've got?
That's
what you've come up with. How long did that take?
Through.
What is that?
I just thought it sounded a bit like Lucky. Forget that one then.
Yeah, forget that one. Okay, yeah. Well, no, good. No, we all have hits and misses. Even Spielberg's, not all his films, can hit the. Go on.
Right.
No, okay, no, it's good. Go on. Yeah.
Remember Big Brother?
Yeah. Do I remember Big Brother? No, go on.
Big Mother, right? You call in. If your mum's ever, you win a CD.
What do you mean? How can you prove that?
All right, forget that. Right, ER. Here's one.
Right, ER. Good one.
No.
Yeah. No.
The Price is Right. Remember that?
Yeah.
Right.
The Price is Ricky?
No. The Rice is Right. And what I do, I read from an Indian menu and a Chinese menu. You tell me whether you have pilau or egg fried.
He's a genius, isn't he? He really is a modern.
That one.
Go on, then. Let's go into this one. Let's not cross this off right away. Go on, then. You read from what?
Well, I'll get a couple of menus from like an Indian and a Chinese takeaway.
Yeah.
And I'll go like, chicken korma.
Well, could I just suggest that as it's an Indian, it'll be pilau, and anything you read out that is...
Yeah, but you don't know which one I'm reading from.
What, the chicken korma's Indian, isn't it?
Yeah, so you go pilau. But then
Well, you might as well say Indian or Chinese.
No, because then the name wouldn't work. The Rice is Right.
Okay, yeah, I forgot you was working for the title backwards, aren't you? Okay, yeah.
I'm so confused. I don't know where I am or what day it is.
A programme that they've been in on Channel 4, right?
Can you cross that out? We're not doing The Rice is Right
I
either.
don't understand The Rice is Right.
No, go on.
I'll tell you that later. We'll have a game in the office, right? A game that they've been in on Channel 4, but has got really big viewing figures.
Well, obviously not.
Right.
Or they wouldn't be binning it. Go on.
Do you know 15 to 1?
Yeah.
They're getting rid of that, right?
Are they?
I'm thinking 15 Taiwan. Get some items that are made in Taiwan, right? Get 15 items, and I say what they are, and then you go, oh, I bet it's the vase. Or something.
That's the one that's made in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Can you just explain that again very quickly?
No, don't go.
Alright,
Cross it out.
forget that.
Cross it out. 15 Taiwan.
Tell you a job I don't like.
What?
I wouldn't want to be doing. The woman, there's a little woman who sits in the little snack stall on Finchley Road station.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to describe it really. She is surrounded by snacks. She can't move for snacks.
Does it look like American Beauty, but with different...
Not dissimilar to that.
Yeah.
It's a little hut on the station. And it's like, if you go to the seaside, you can put your head through one of those cardboard cutouts and it looks like you're a big fat person or whatever, and you can have your photo taken. It's like an equivalent of that, but it's just snacks everywhere. She's got bananas up to her chin. She's got chocolate coming down to her eyes, crisps either side of her. She can't move. She can't do 360 degrees. She's like packed in there. I don't know how she gets in there.
I think they put her in there first, and pour in the bananas.
Yeah.
Then they go pour in the nuts.
She has 2 hours of makeup before they open.
Exactly, yeah.
Dressing her in there. Because I'll ask for something from the fridge, and she cannot turn her head to see. She has to go by feel alone, just to feel the fridge and get stuff out and pass it. And often I'll say, that's not what I wanted, but she can't. You've got to let her off. It's extraordinary.
Dear.
But there's no music playing,
Does she have
there's
to
nothing.
sell her way out of it?
Exactly.
If it's a slow day, she's stuck there till the next day.
Yeah, it's like a world-breaking attempt.
Yeah. Karl, what job wouldn't you want to do? Well, any job. You're a lazy...
You're joking, aren't you? I've done loads of stuff. I'm quite happy now doing what I'm doing.
Yeah? You look happy.
Trying to think.
You sound happy.
Yeah, I mean, calm down. You on drugs?
I'm all right.
Are you on E?
Before England have won and that. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, go on, happy for them.
I'm happy in that.
Yeah, what do you mean happy for them? We are England. Happy for us. Yeah. I mean, we didn't play. I did very little towards it.
No.
It was mainly Johnny Wilkinson.
Yeah, I barely contributed. Switching on the TV was about as much as I did.
Exactly. And shouting, come on!
Yeah.
Talking about jobs and that, though, I was reading the other day about, rubbish jobs that people have had and stuff.
I haven't got time when I'm at work, man. I just get on with it. I'm not squiddly diddly. Fingers in pies, different jobs. Go on.
Do you know Ivor the Terrible?
Ivan. His Russian. Yeah, that was the Welsh fella. It was bloody awful, but not as bad as his Russian cousin, Ivan. Go on.
He had a fella doing some work for him, right? This fella built his house. After it was done, right, the terrible fella was like...
fella Ivan.
He was going, oh, it's brilliant, you've done a good job there.
Yeah.
I don't want you to build another one like that. Took his eyes out. Just stopped him making an house like that. Again.
Blimey.
That's bad, isn't it?
Why didn't he take away his trowel? Then he could have seen that he couldn't have built a house without a trowel. You can't build a house without a trowel.
Yeah.
I suppose he probably later thought that once he'd been nicknamed Ivan the Terrible.
Yeah.
He thought, why? Because you gouge people's eyes out.
Yeah, but I didn't want to build another house.
I know, but
take his trowel away. What would I have been then? Ivan the Crafty at most.
Exactly, yeah.
Ivan the Jealous, Ivan the spoilt brat. But gouge someone's eyes. That is bloody terrible. I'm surprised you're not called Ivan the... Do you know what I mean?
You're going to get on in history like with Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah.
He's mainly remembered for impaling people.
Yeah. He did a lot of other stuff.
Did a load of great charity work he did.
The impaling is the thing that's really gone down in history. When were you reading about Ivan the Terrible?
No, it's just
or Ivan the Terrible is the thing you remembered from this informative article?
No, it was just little bits like that. Talking about him, there was a thing about someone who worked for that fella who painted the ceiling.
Sistine Chapel?
Yeah. There was a thing, a woman who worked for him in his house. And
I love how you assimilate information when it's just bordering on the academic or just the interesting and true. It's wonderful. Ivan the Terrible gouged someone's eyes out 'cause built him an house. That fella who painted that ceiling had a woman work for him. Imagine if you wrote that down in an essay. Imagine if you wrote that in a school essay.
Well, you'd probably end up with not getting a grade or...
Yeah, or thinking you turned up to more than you had.
Exactly. Anyway, the woman who lived with...
Yeah, the woman who lived in a shoe. Go on.
Yeah, there was this woman who lived with him, and she used to, go out and do all this shopping and that.
Yeah.
But because she couldn't read or write, he used to have to draw everything that he wanted.
Why couldn't he just tell her?
I don't know.
No, wait. That's an excellent point. Could she talk?
Yeah, but if it's a big list and that, loads of different coloured paints.
But why couldn't she draw on a piece of paper? Why did he have to do it?
Because he's a better drawer, isn't he?
That's the point. That's it. We were just looking for the logic of the story. You found it.
You've done it. Play a record. He's a better drawer.
So, 3 stories. Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher. Enough is anus. And
we'll have that one then.
That one?
Yeah.
Right, well, do you believe in palm reading and stuff?
No.
Yes.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah,
of course. Sorry, I forgot. Yes, of course we do.
Mm-hmm. Right, well, there's a fella who, he used to do palm reading.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of people, he found that when he went up to him in the street and said, do you want your palm reading? He was like, a lot of them were like, I'm a bit ashamed of my nails and stuff because they're a labourer or they're a cleaner or something like that.
I know a lot of labourers are slightly embarrassed by their nails.
Yeah.
No, but...
Yeah.
So he found
Look at my bloody hands, Reg.
Well...
That's that hod carrying.
Did I ever tell you that? Did I ever tell you that I got picked at school to make tea and serve biscuits to old people because I've got good nails?
No, go on. Is there any more to the story?
Well, that's about it. I mean, we used to do I think the head teacher must have been getting something, maybe getting his mum in there for free or something in this old people's home. So he offered the kids at the school, he said, right, all sit at your desk and put your hands on the table. And everyone did. And he walked past mine and he said, not bad. Yeah. And he said, you've got the afternoon off. You can go and serve biscuits and tea to the old people.
What did you say?
I said, all right then.
Was that? Yeah.
Good afternoon. But anyway,
what did you do?
He just sort of walked around and went, you all right? Do you want bourbons or digest?
I bet you get on with old people, wouldn't you? I'd love to see, maybe
especially the senile ones.
Yeah, no, but I'd love to see you on VH1, just in a link. They just go, they've just played Robert Palmer, right?
and it comes to you in a little park, and you just sit next to an old lady, go, all right? And you go, yeah, not too bad. You go, what do you think of London? Crap, innit? And she goes, yeah, it's awful, innit? And you just have a talk, and you go, right, well, she doesn't like it, in excess. Yeah. That's what I'd like to see.
I still think my idea is better, but... So what are you going for then? Oh, you've picked one, haven't you? Yeah, so this fella...
So there's palmists going around the streets.
Yeah, he's going round... and
randomly trying to give palm readings.
They're losing money, hand over fist.
Yeah.
Right. So they said he's what he's done. He's reading people's bottoms now.
Sorry, whoa. You just I didn't quite follow that. He was a palm reader. That wasn't making money. So now he's going up to people in the street and saying, "Can I see your arse?"
Basically, yeah.
So from being a palmist to an arsonist.
Well, they just that's what he does. He said the same sort of lines and that you get on your hand. You get them on your bottom, and he can read them.
Right.
Yeah, he's not a pervert or anything, or making up as he goes along.
No, that's it. That was that.
So, if a man came up to you in the street and said, "Can I have a look at your arse?
Can I read your arse?"
You drop your trousers, would you?
No. If he went up to him and he said, "Oh, I'd rather you didn't, because I'm a labourer. I've got bad fingernails."
No, that's why I've seen. That's what a lot of labourers, they're showing their cleavage. You think, but actually they're having their arse read.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
And then
So is that the end of the story?
Yeah. But then because...
That's it. Educating Ricky is there's a bloke who reads arses.
No,
You're a mentalist. What are you talking about?
Educating Ricky, will we carry on?
Yeah.
Right, you've got left. Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher. And will it like fellas or will it like women?
Well, you said wool before.
Yeah, will it.
Go on then, I'll have wool it.
Right, now this is similar to the one you were talking about before, right? They found out that scientists.
Oh yeah.
I've found out
17th century
that like now 1 in 10 rams are gay.
1 in 10 rams are gay.
Yeah.
So that was like wool it. That's how I could get that in. They got a load of gay and straight rams.
Right.
They worked out which were which first. They said, right, that bunch there is a gay bunch.
They looked better. They just had more pride in their appearance.
And the other ones, the straight ones. And then they gave them to this scientist and said, right, go on, do what you got to do. And they took the brains out of all of them.
Just to check.
And they did tests on the brain, and it worked out that they've got something smaller in the brain. The gay ones have got something in the brain that makes it smaller. And they said, right, well, that's probably how it's going to work on males, on like males and females and like humans.
So you took from this that gays have smaller brains than straight people?
No, there's something in the brain.
Right,
so if someone's saying, I'm a gay, or they're not sure or whatever, they will now be able to find out.
So you can go to the doctor and to find out if you're straight or gay.
Is there any gay in my brain? Let's have a look. Do. You've got a little bit of a gay in you, yes. A little bit of gay in there. Yes, you've got the, you've got a little bent cell there.
Well, that's why they did it, anyway.
I don't understand how they could differentiate which was straight and which were gay to begin with, before they then gave it to the scientist. Wasn't that what the scientists figured out? How could they tell?
There's one theory that it's genetically determined. There is one. There is a theory that's genetically determined, but I don't think it's as easy as pulling a sheep's brain apart and finding a little pink sort of like blob in there and going, right, we've taken the gay out, and now he's going to go and shag some ewes. I don't think it's that straightforward. Although homosexuality does occur at a similar sort of rate in animals, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you knew that, didn't you?
So that's that one. I mean,
I just like the idea of the farmer figuring out which is straight and gay. Well, that one's wearing quite a camp-looking neckerchief. So I'm thinking maybe he's gay.
Is that? Yeah. I love the fact they can.
That one's a big fan of Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Yeah. They put on ABBA and see which ones dance.
Exactly.
That's how they.
Which one? Yeah. Put on like Barbara Streisand and see which ones sing along.
It is rubbish. What did I find?
Did you just say that is rubbish?
No. Then here's a good one.
Go on then.
Right, in Dubai, this woman went to Dubai for a holiday, and she was over there, and apparently in the markets they sell lizards.
Oh, go on.
Right, just like for people to buy. So she buys one, not knowing that you're not really meant to take him out of the country.
Sure.
Puts it in a bag,
Yeah. As you do.
What have you? And then she gets to the airport when she's going home. She's thinking, I can't really leave it in my bag.
Yeah.
So she puts it on her head.
On her head?
Wears it as a hat.
She wore the lizard as a hat?
Yeah. People on the plane were just like, yeah, everything's fine. You know, they're doing the cross checks and that.
Yeah.
Have you got your seatbelt on? Yeah.
There's a woman there with a lizard hat.
Everything's going well. She gets off the plane at Manchester Airport. Lizard sticks its tongue out.
Yeah.
The air hostess says, what are you doing with that? She goes, I've had it.
Lizard said, I just found her in Dubai.
They said, I've had this with me all journey. And they said, well, you shouldn't have done. And they took it off her.
Yeah, I think that is true, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about that?
Yeah, good, yeah. Yeah. That educated me. Right, what, any more?
Well, what's that taught you? That's taught you, you know, be careful when smuggling lizards
Yeah.
back as some kind of hat.
Yeah, just say, lizard, keep your tongue in, you twat. Not at the customs officer. Yeah.
Last one.
Yeah.
Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rash out. It's been a mess today, isn't it?
What do you mean it's been a mess?
It's been a mess.
What has?
This.
What? The show?
Yeah.
How has it been any worse?
It's just all over the place. There's no sort of, it's not tight like it normally is. And she'll be going away with this, thinking that's what the show would be like.
She listens to the show. She knows it's a shambles every week. Go on.
Well, don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher.
Yeah.
Do you know the saying, ham it up?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
Right, well, do you know what it means?
Well, it means to overact.
Right. Well, years ago, with actors in musicals and stuff, the actors used to look pretty ill on the stage because they didn't have proper makeup and that.
Right.
Right. So what they used to do to make themselves look
Rub their face in pigs?
well, they got bacon, rubbed it on the face, and it made the face a bit sticky because of all the, like, you know, the pig fat and bit of lard and stuff like that. And then they'd go and get some bricks.
Bricks?
Yeah, house bricks. Rub them together, make some sort of red dust from the brick, and then put the dust on the face. And the fat and the lard and that would make the dust stick to the face. And they'd look well under the lights. And that's where they're
They'd
saying...
smell great as well.
Yeah, well...
Lovely. Everyone likes to smell of bacon.
No, but... So that's the old... ham it up. That's where
like
it
that.
comes from.
You know, if it's true, I've got no reason to think that it's not.
So that's your third educating Ricky today. So, what have you learned?
Nothing. Absolutely sod all.
You've got your hamming it up.
Yeah.
Rams are gay. They know which ones are gay now.
Now!
And
At last, thank God.
the fella who can hand read an arse.
If you missed the rest of the show, what are you going to make of that? If you've just tuned in.
You are a maniac, Carl.
So-
And you've had your screen test. I reckon we'll be seeing you on MTV or VH1 in the near future.
Which one are we
No,
doing?
do the Bughead one.
Right, well, the bughead one. Well, we've talked a lot about animals and that, haven't we, without heads.
Surprisingly, we have. I think a disproportionate amount on it.
If you're a new listener and this is the first time you've listened, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, we've done all that. We've covered worms, the way if you cut their head off it grows back if you don't cut too high above its neck. We've covered
The chicken.
the fella who blinked.
Yeah. I can't go into it again.
Right.
Let's not go into it again.
We've had the chicken with no head that lived for 8 months.
Yeah.
And we've had
And we've had the
cockroaches.
cockroaches living for a week without an egg.
Right, okay.
Well, it's a bit more on the cockroach front, really.
Right.
They've found, right, that if you get a cockroach and you cut its head off,
Yeah.
right, and then you find a cockroach that's still got its head, but it hasn't got any legs,
Right.
right, it's not over for both of them, right? Because what you can do, you get the one that's got the legs
Right.
with no head,
Yeah.
sort of running around, get the one with the head, sit it on top of it,
Right.
get a little tube
Okay.
so that the fluids...
So is this aunt is go out of the
Let
room?
him finish.
This is like Blue Peter.
Let him
You can get this for Christmas.
Right, you get
Yeah.
a little tube, you sit that on top so the bodily fluids are still running between the two.
Right.
The head of the one on the top will control the feet of the one on the bottom.
Okay.
What about
Good.
And will it continue to live?
that? Yeah.
Okay, you don't know that for sure, do you?
That was just a question out of the blue he wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of that?
It's good, yeah, it's great. Yeah, just a primitive nervous system that can, yeah.
Did you expect us to be more impressed and excited by that? Did you fall off your chair when you read that? Did you literally topple off?
Did you think you were going to be the Frankenstein of the insect world?
Yeah. No, I just was thinking if they can do that, with them, can they do it with humans? Because I also did a bit of research on.
Did you come to the sort of conclusion that apart from the moral aspect of it, that the human was probably more complicated than?
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? Things move on, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Science, Rick.
I had Binatone as a kid. Now they've got PlayStation 2, and the difference in 10 years
They
is
have
amazing.
found that if you lose your head, a cockroach can live normally on your body, but not the other way around. Your head on it cannot control its legs because it's too complicated for your brain.
Well,
So, yeah.
So listen, right?
Okay.
So, last educating Ricky of the year.
Oh, Christ.
What a cat toast.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Right.
Victoria Plum.
There's this woman, right?
Yeah.
This woman, she's reading Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah.
And she's flicking through.
Yeah.
And she notices that there's a world record for a cat, right, with 27 toes, right? So she reads it and she thinks, well, that's not right, because her cat's got 28.
What do you mean a cat's got 28?
A cat's got 28 toes. So she was like, well, hang on a minute, mine should be in there. So there was
I missed the very beginning of this.
She's
looking through the Guinness Book of Records.
Woman was looking through the Guinness Book of Records.
The woman with the cat with 28 toes looking through, and it said the record for the cat's toes was 27. She thought, hold on a minute, Ross McWhirter. My cat's got one more than that cat, so go on.
Anyway, so she said, the person doing the interview with her said, is it happy? And she said, yeah, it's great, and it's really good in the snow.
Right. It gets through a lot of nail varnish.
Well, that's what it said, right? It said it's really good in the snow. So, I just was thinking, that's it, really.
That's not it.
That's the end of that story.
Right, Carl, sorry, go on.
Another war fact. So you're saying it's rubbish, but look, you love that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Second
you're
one.
absolutely right.
The first bomb that was dropped on Berlin, it didn't kill a person, but it killed an elephant.
I think that's true.
That is true.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the last one.
Is that all you know about that? See, that's interesting, isn't it?
But that's enough.
But no, it's not though. Because listen, most people want to go, what was the elephant doing there? Did it land in a zoo? Was it a pet? Was it a lost elephant? Did they aim at the elephant? How did it kill it? Did
Was
it
it
hit it on the
Hitler's
head?
favourite elephant?
yeah. Was it Hitler's favourite elephant? Did it then have one ball?
Yeah.
I mean, these are the things, why didn't he catch it with his trunk?
Did it have an effect on German morale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that elephant is kaput!
Oh, Jumbo! I don't want to fight anymore.
What do you think of that then?
Yeah.
We've got one more bit left.
Brilliant.
One more fact. The French, right, when they were at war,
David Sharma, I just imagine him just introduced it. It's amazing.
Which war was this?
it was still the World War...
One or two. Go on, it's 50-50, go on.
Right, World War II, what the French did, everyone needs a code.
Right. Everyone needs a code. Yep.
A code when you're in the army.
This is a Disney song.
Right. And, you know, to sort of give the go-ahead if you want to go into battle and stuff.
Okay.
Right? So,
Everyone needs a code.
But the weird thing is... Right, the weird thing is... Do you know what theirs was?
Go on. Do you?
Yeah, I know what it is. It's
so what was
weird.
the French code?
For what?
To sort of say, right, yeah, go on.
But they had more than one.
on this day.
But I don't know what day it is.
On this day.
Oh, what, it's like saying, what am I thinking of? What was the battle? What was the...
Okay, so, all right. What...
Look at him, look, he's genuinely confused that I've asked this question. Right.
It was...
No. If you ask me a question, ask me the question correctly. What was the code for battle during what battle?
World War II.
No, that's not a battle. That's a war.
Yeah, it was in a war, yeah.
I don't know what to do. He confuses people.
Oh. All right. Okay. What was it, Carl? What was the?
Yeah.
code?
What
was
are
the
you
French
thinking
code?
of? Right.
John's got a moustache.
What are you talking
My
about?
lungs are going to burst.
That was a code that the French used. You know, like, I mean, I just think it's a bit daft, right? Because you could come up with that by mistake.
yeah. Two French blokes talking in the trenches, and they see a major walk past, and they go, "Oh, look, John's got a moustache," and they all go and go, "No, I was just talking. What are you talking about?"
Well, the way I don't think that's a good code. I'm not.
I don't believe it is the code.
No, it is, seriously.
And what?
It's just like what we talked
would it have
about
been
it.
said in French?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the weird-
Guess in. Yeah.
No, but
What?
you see, I can't even be bothered
What are you saying, Carl?
because it's not a very good code. Do you know, like we've talked in the past about things you don't see, and I said an old man eating a Twix.
Yeah.
If they use that's safe because no one is ever going to see a man having an old man having a Twix.
What do you mean?
Well, use that as a code. Don't use a saying, John's got a moustache, that could crop up. It's like the war's kicked off. How did that happen? Well, I said John had a moustache. Oh.
Two French folks would never be saying John's got a moustache. Why would they?
Because back then they were fashionable.
He nearly makes sense, doesn't he?
I assume it would have been Jean.
Yeah. No, probably John.
And how would this code have been? I mean, who would have announced
I
this
just
to
read
everyone?
it. I read it like that, Steve. That's what was on the internet. This is a code that was used. John's got a
Don't be
moustache.
angry with me.
I know, but you're always asking questions.
That's because I'm interested in history.
Yeah. Go on, Carl.
Got that right. Acid. I would sort you out with some science.
Brilliant. I forgot the puns in mine, didn't I? I forgot the puns. Go on.
Right, so, you asked to sort of be taught some science and that last week after being taught about war, so did some research. And there's a few things, I think we'll just cover one of them now.
Go on.
We talked a lot about hairy kids.
We have
I
discussed that a
love
lot.
the fact that Simon Sharma has never started a programme like that. The Jacobites. We've talked a lot about hairy kids. Go on.
It's a little bit, I mean, it's not your traditional science stuff, but it's still
More left
interesting
field.
and it's a little bit, it's still...
Yeah, we talked about hairy kids. We have disproportionately, honestly. I think this show's talked about hairy kids more than any other radio show.
Well, it's one that...
Sorry, I noticed both of you there dropped the H, or the H, or however it's
I had to, 'cause
So
it's-
airy,
airy
obviously
kids,
means
yeah.
hairy.
Yeah.
Hairy children, not
Yeah,
sort of
kids.
airy, kind of light-headed or...
Yeah.
Well, there was the case of the one who lived in China.
Yeah.
And,
Which was weird for two reasons, wasn't it?
yeah.
Well, go on.
One was like, he was covered in hair.
That's already weird.
And the doctor sort of checked him over and said, well, yeah, he is hairy, but he's quite healthy apart from he had a little bit of eczema and a boil. That was the main bit of the story, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But this one, right, we have sort of talked about it, and you weren't having any of it at the time.
What?
This next bit of science I'm telling you about.
Go on then.
Right? Remember when I told you about a lad who was living at home with his mum and dad, right? Everything's, normal life, go to school, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Then I think his mum and dad had an argument, and it kicked off a bit, and he thought, I'm sick of this. It's happening all the time now. They kept having arguments, so the kid ran off into the woods.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
Right?
God.
Now, he left, he went and ran in the woods, and he ended up living with some monkeys,
Right.
right? And he thought, this isn't a bad life, there's no arguments going on.
Sure.
He was getting on with them. And the weird
loves
thing
bananas.
is, this is where the science bit comes in.
Oh, sure.
He grew a load of hair on his body.
That's not true. It's not true.
It is true.
It's an acquired characteristic.
I bet someone will back me up on this.
But no, you can't. You can't grow hair like that. You might get a little bit more down here. They might the erectile tissue might, they won't fall out as much. That would, but you don't actually grow a big mane if you're cold and you're a human.
Well, he did. This lad did. I know it sounds a bit strange in that, but he was living with the monkeys, and because it was cold, his body reacted to it.
Listen. He was no hairier than he would have been if he was walking around naked on a cold day, with or without living with monkeys.
The fact that he was living with monkeys makes no difference.
No, I know, but I'm trying to get, picture it in your head what it's like.
Although Mickey Dolenz was always pretty hairy.
Right? So he was living with them, and he went into town or something one day to get some food, and the people there were like, hang on a minute, that isn't a monkey.
He went in naked?
No, he was there covered in hair.
Yeah, but naked, but covered in hair, so it was decent. It was.
Yeah. But that was the weird thing. They thought it was a monkey in the shop. And then
So presumably he had a big long beard as well, because he couldn't shave, could he?
No, he was just covered. He looked like a monkey.
And they were happy to serve the monkey, were they? There's a monkey.
How did he walk? How did he walk, Carl? Did he walk upright or whistling along?
The picture that I saw on the internet, he was on all fours, but I don't know if that's when he was running away after they'd sort of, realised he was a kid. But this was a picture.
So he was a kid as well. He wasn't even like an adult with the beard.
No, he was a kid.
Brilliant.
And
the beard kicked in a little bit early.
So the people caught him.
You're an idiot.
The people caught him, shaved him, right? Got it all off, didn't grow back again.
Right.
You're an idiot.
Well, like I say, people will have heard this story or read about it.
You're an idiot.
And they'll email in. They don't let me down.
And they'll agree that you're an idiot.
No, they'll have seen the story.
You're an idiot.
So that's a little bit of science.
You're an idiot. Libertines, Time for Heroes and XFM 104.9. Right, okay, so have you got anything that is science as opposed to nonsense?
Well,
Kid went off with some monkeys, grew hair, came back, shaved him, it didn't grow back. I mean, just think. Right, educate me, Carl.
Right, well,
educate me.
Well, what we're looking at this week, we've done war, we've done,
We've nailed war. We summed up war with a little French bloke whose battle cry was John's got a moustache.
Right. So, and last week we did science.
What would you do on science then?
Airy Kid.
Brilliant.
Right.
Yeah.
So this week we're looking at medical problems.
I'm sure we do Airy Kid every week.
Medical problems then. I've got a couple of things under the banner of then educate me.
Yeah.
We've got, this is interesting. Right. Do you know if you have an operation on your brain, right, what they do is, this is why I'd never go to the doctors. I don't like doctors because this sort of stuff freaks me out, right? They can operate on your brain, and what they do is, they put you to sleep first, cut your brain case open.
Your skull, yeah.
Your brain case?
Yeah, yeah.
And then wake you up and operate on you. So you sat there with your head open, messing with your brain, and you don't feel anything.
Well, there's no nerve endings, is there, in the brain?
But still, it's not right, is it?
What, you think they do it for fun?
No,
they go on, Reg, wake him up so he looks freaked out.
Is it necessary that you're awake, do you think, or...?
Well, they need the brain active, don't they?
Yeah, but it is when you're asleep, you're having mad dreams. I had a mad dream the other day.
Go on.
No, I might tell you about it later, but there's no sense to it. But, so your brain's still...
Where is this conversation?
Yeah, I mean, it'll turn out, I go, no, Carl, I was there, that wasn't a dream.
Yeah.
No, but... So, I mean, if I had an operation...
On your brain, heaven forbid.
Well, operation anywhere, I'd like to sort of think, well, I'll have an injection, I'll go asleep, but when I wake up, it'll all be sorted.
Yeah.
The fact that...
Your brain case is open.
Open, and they wake you up and you think, oh, is it all done? And they say, well, have a look in the mirror. And your brain...
See, I don't think they do that. I don't think they try and frighten you when you're doing an operation.
Yeah, I don't think that you go about your business and they sort of follow you around, dabbling.
Yeah.
No, but it's almost like they are having a bit of a laugh with you.
Right, well, I'd just like to say now that they don't. Anyone who's going in for an operation on their head, do not ever listen to anything Carl says.
Why have you got to be awake? Because you'll be bored anyway, you'll be sat there.
Well, they give you a telephone directory, look, and they say, look how many Macs are in there. That's the Scottish telephone directory. And, time flies when you're counting that sort of thing.
No, but do you know, like, when you...
What are you telling me? What are you asking me?
I'm just saying how weird it is. It's weird, isn't it? It's like, do you know when you go for a haircut, right? It's a bit embarrassing. Well, I don't anymore, but... When you go for a haircut, it used to be...
When you go for a haircut?
It used to be a bit embarrassing when, like, they'd wet your hair and they'd make you have that sort of Hitler cut because your hair's wet, and I used to hate it, and I think, do you have to do that? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Similar. It's very similar to open skull surgery.
What I'm saying is, it's almost like barbers like to do that to make you look daft and feel daft for a bit, and there's women coming in and out, and you're sat there with a daft haircut.
Yeah.
And this is what that reminds me of.
Do you think they do it in a shop window, this brain operation?
I'm just saying, it's a bit weird.
Why are we doing it in John Lewis's?
Just so more
I
people
love
can
the idea that that's what doctors are doing. Let's make this guy look a bit stupid.
Yeah.
Open his brain
Look
case.
at the twatty look with his brain out of his head.
Take a Polaroid, Reg. Take a Polaroid.
Look at him. Look at his face. Right, clock his face when I give him the mirror. Get this on camera.
Put this fake nose and glasses
Sorry,
on.
is that? Did you teach me something then? Was that educational?
I thought you that your brain case can be open with you're awake, and you just sat there sort of letting them get on with it.
Brilliant. I've learned that. I'll never forget that. Right, go on. Anything else?
You'll love. Let's play a song because the next one is amazing.
What? Even more amazing than that?
Yeah. Play a song.
Yeah. Bit of Bowie.
No email still, by the way.
No, I don't think it's working.
It's not working today.
Lady
so
Stardust.
we'll have to do a phone-in for Rockbusters.
Off the Ziggy Stardust album.
All right. So we'll move on to this next one, right, which is brilliant.
Go on.
Dead short story. So, right, old woman, about 70 years old.
Yeah.
She's normally fit and healthy and stuff. Nothing wrong with her. She's having a good life. And one day she goes for a check to the doctors, just to check herself out. 'Cause she's getting on a bit.
Yeah.
Says take your clothes off and that. So she does. And checks her out, says, yeah, you're looking good, turn round, he said, oh God, he said, you got a tumour on your buttock, right? So she goes, oh, well, can you do anything to sort it out? So they go, yeah, we could book you in for an operation, it's best if we remove this. Books are in for an operation day comes, strip her down and that, they're all stood round, the doctors, start to operate, it only turns out it's a pork chop that she sat on 5 years earlier, and it had stuck to her buttock.
Right, Carl.
I can forward you.
I'm not.
Honest,
Right.
no, listen.
Serious.
Serious.
Right, okay, Carl. I'm telling you now. I'm leaving. I'm never doing this show again.
No, I'm serious. Honestly.
You're talking. I've never had such. You are. Play a record. Play a record.
I couldn't believe it.
What do you mean you can't believe it? Stop the record. Stop the record. Stop the record. Right. Okay. Right. What do you mean you couldn't believe it?
No, when I read it, I said I've got to tell Ricky
This
that.
woman had a pork chop stuck to her arse for 5 years. You mental case. Of course she didn't. Doves caught by the river. People are going to think you're thick, Carl.
Well, they can think what they want, because if they do their own research, they'll probably find the story. Because it won't have happened that many
Carl,
times.
think about it. I mean, how could an old woman have a pork chop stuck to her arse for 5 years?
She said she couldn't remember even making one, so she was as surprised as the doctors were.
But hold on though, she presumably must have sat on it naked.
Yeah.
Didn't that bring back any memories?
I know it's weird, but...
Carl.
But why would it stay there? Why wouldn't it fall off when she had a bath or a shower?
Grease. What about a bath?
But why didn't the doctor realise that when he first looked at it?
Yeah.
Was he not paying attention when he said, I think he's a tumour? Didn't
Carl,
he not look
listen, think about it. A pork chop stuck to your arse for 5 years. You're naked, you sit on a pork chop, you go, nothing. Yeah, no, there's nothing weird about that. I can't feel anything. Even if you had a dead leg, the time you that pork chop, what else you got dressed?
Well, she might have not done that much. She's old, she probably just sat down and didn't move for a bit, and over time it's stuck, and then...
What do you mean over time it's stuck? Do you think the longer something there, the more it stays there?
Look, I know that's why
the pork chop goes, well, we've been here a year, we're not going to move now. I don't think we're going to move now. I'm quite, attached to this buttock. I think I'll stay here for another 4 years until some doctor works it out.
I love the idea they got her into hospital, they gave her the bed baths, they got her ready for the operation, they laid her out. They were just right to take get the scissors or the knife, make the incision, hang on a minute.
This is a pork
Bring me a frying pan.
This is a pork chop.
What we have got though is Educating Ricky, haven't we?
Well, another one of my little things.
Oh, it's brilliant then.
So how long's this going to last before you want to get ditched this?
Well, we'll see, a couple of weeks.
It's not like that, Carl. It's all one. It's one love, man.
We're on the same team, man.
Yeah, we're just one voice, man. One true voice. Like those lads.
Yeah.
They could play.
Right, well, the Educating Ricky,
They could play.
Well, why don't we play a record and come back with Educating Ricky?
The Wind, Cat Stevens,
we need to get the jingle queued up as well.
Yeah, I'll get the jingle queued up,
No,
yeah.
I haven't got Neil Young lined up yet.
No, not you, young Cat Stevens. I gave it to you.
I know, we're not playing that yet.
Can we just play a record?
No,
This is just sounding rubbish.
Well, I told you to. See, so why aren't you playing the record I told you to play?
Because we've just had something chilled, right, from Tupac. Let's lift it up a bit now with a little bit of blur. Right?
Come on, play it. Oh, I'm not sure.
I just have. Crazy beats there on XFM 104.9. Right, we're going to do Educating Ricky instead of Rockbusters.
Incidentally, on the subject of Rockbusters, we've just had an email from Phil. He says, I could do with this week's rather shoddy array of prizes, as I'm doing a car boot sale tomorrow and need a bit more tact to fill the table. Probably send it
we might as well do it anyway. Yeah. But Educating Ricky, it was a feature. Well, actually, about a year ago, I started a feature called Educating Karl, because we found out he had 1 E at O level at history. And I'd educate him on things like Rasputin, things that I thought he'd be interested in, you know, Winston Churchill, some of the greats, some scientific facts. And then I said, it's your turn, and he started telling me about people born without legs. Some people have got a funny eye. There's a woman whose tongue's longer than her arm. And really, you know, turning the screw on education. So I don't know what he's got for me today. Maybe a dog born a cat. Let's have a look.
We've done that one. We've done that.
Is there, because often we should point out there's sometimes a crossover between Educating Ricky and Cheeky Freak of the Week, just in terms of subject matter.
Yeah, so we've done Cheeky Freak of the Week. We've done all the freaks. What have we done with the Freak of the Week? There's a dog. There was a woman that had the back legs of a dog. There was last week. What was last week?
It was the girl who was born with 4 eyes, 2 mouths, and 3 legs.
Sure.
You weren't that impressed. So I thought if we've got to that and it's not impressing you.
We are a tough audience.
Let's spin it. Let's move on.
Is there a jingle for Educating Ricky?
Educating Ricky. Oh God. You've told me Educating Ricky. Very similar to some of the other jingles I've done.
Yeah. Well, they're made by the same people.
Yeah.
Right,
okay,
it's just, I mean, Educating Ricky is just stuff that I learn in the week, and I think that's interesting. I keep it up here, and then I share it with you, right? And some interesting stuff. One of them, right? Mount Everest.
Go on. I need more.
Right, well, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Because people are leaving rubbish up there and that. And, like, whoever owns it is saying,
Whoever owns it?
He's saying, forget this. They're leaving a mess and all that. But do you know why it's called Mount Everest?
What was that? That's one, is it? That's one. There's rubbish on Mount Everest.
No,
How many people go up there?
Are we talking about people dumping old tellies and washing machines?
Who's fed up? The Yeti? What are you talking about?
No, I mean, that isn't what I'm educating you. I'm just telling, this is part of the story. I'm just telling you.
It's just a bit of context for you.
Like, they're leaving loads of rubbish up there.
Well, they're not leaving loads of rubbish up there, are they?
No, they are. They're apparently
not like prams and washing machines and seagulls flying everywhere.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But anyway, do you know why it's called that? You know why it's called Mount Everest?
Why it's called Mount Everest?
I know the mount bit.
It's because it's a large mount, and if you climb it, by the time you get to the top, you need to have a rest. And that isn't the educating bit. I'm just telling you.
It's not true.
Well, we'll leave that.
Well, no, Karl. In the name of everything holy, do you think that anyone named it because you have to have a rest when you've climbed it?
Well, we'll see. You'll see what people say on email. But
it's definitely not.
But anyway, that's one thing that I kind of thought, that's interesting. I'll remember that. I'll teach Ricky that, so you've learnt that. Right, now, are you familiar with this thing that they can do if you're dead, right? No, not if you're dead. It's like if you're ill and you know you're going to die, right?
I don't know what this is anymore.
Extraordinary.
Have a rest. Himalayas. Himalaya. What?
Listen, this is an interesting fact. Come on. If you're ill but you know you're going to die.
Yeah, you can have this thing done in Detroit where you get put in a fridge.
Right.
And if they work out, you know, what's wrong with you in 20 years' time, they go, right, that fella is in the fridge. He had that. We can sort it. Let's get him out. And they sort you out.
Yeah. Is this the first time you've come across this idea?
Yeah, I read it the other day. I didn't know.
You've never heard of this before?
It's called
cryogenically preserved.
Good, isn't it?
They take this to make. They put you at sort of like sub-zero temperatures, so stop all cellular activity. So do you stop aging at that point? Yeah, it's suspended animation. So, well, what's the law on it, right? Because say if I had something, right? Yeah. And I said, put me in a fridge, and when you've got the cure and that, wheel me out, sort me out.
say if they did that,
Yeah.
and it was like 40 years,
Yeah.
and in 40 years' time they get a cure for me,
Yeah.
would I have to stay with Suzanne? Because she'd be 70.
Do you mean what are the rules? Should you be allowed to date a younger woman?
Well, it's not fair, is it? It's like good news, we sorted you out, but...
I don't think she'd mind. I reckon she'd have the best 40 years of her life.
Yeah. And plus, they're never going to find a cure for what ails you.
That is genius. That is brilliant. You come out, you're cured, and you go, oh no.
I love the fact that's what he'd be lying there. If you could think while he was in that state, you'd be thinking, oh God.
She's losing her looks.
Yeah.
Just, oh dear.
But everything else as well, like, my job wouldn't be here.
No.
No. Although the figures would have gone up a little bit.
Flat's probably gone or knocked down or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
Most of my family would be dead.
Yep.
So what's the point? What? How do you know about it? Who's done it?
Well, famously Walt Disney, apparently. I mean, Walt Disney actually did die, but had his body preserved so that should they one day be able to bring back people from the dead,
they need Walt Disney.
Hang on, who do we have?
But with him, nothing is going to change, because when he comes out, Mickey Mouse will still look the same.
Sure.
Plug and all that.
Play a record. I don't know where your mind is. Play a record. It's brilliant. You just say words. It's the Averett.
Yeah.
They've cloned a man moth.
No, but that's the sort of thing I think we need now, right? We've covered a lot of stuff.
What, education?
Teaching, yeah.
Well, okay. What do you want to know?
Don't know.
Have you got something? Can you educate us on anything?
I've been reading bits.
So could we bring back just for one night only, educating Ricky?
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah. Do you think it warrants that?
I don't know enough about it. Do you know what I mean?
About what?
It sounds perfect. Play the jingle.
Educating Ricky. He's getting smarter.
A couple of things happened in the week that I read about.
Okay.
Keeping up on what's going on in that.
Sure.
Yeah.
One was about that Galileo fella.
Okay.
Was it about 1636? Was it?
I think it might have been earlier.
bad.
Go on.
Did some stuff with light and that. He
did lots of physical experiments, yeah.
Is that it then, Carl, is it? He did some stuff with light and that.
What did he do with light? What was that?
Well, I think he invented the first...
Telescope.
Telescope. So I think it's a particular lens, though, and he did experiments where he dropped famously two different weighted balls from Pisa, and they hit the ground at the same time, showing that it doesn't matter, the weight doesn't matter, air resistance does, and stuff like that.
I think he probably explained it a bit better than that.
Yeah, but I'm talking to Carl.
Sure.
Did they need to know?
He's just thinking about pizza.
Yeah.
Did they need to know stuff like that back then?
What do you mean? Did they need to know stuff like that? It's just.
There weren't people going around going, I've got to drop these two things off the bleeding tower of pizza. I just don't know which one's going to land first.
Yeah, I need to know. What do you need to know about?
Galileo.
Yeah.
It's for a bet.
Yeah.
No, but if I was knocking about then, I'd be like, stop messing with that. We need a telly. Or, do you know what I mean?
I bet he thinks the Flintstones is real.
I know.
That'd be brilliant. That's what I'd do if I was a caveman. I'd make a telly out of rock.
Yeah.
And a pelican
and
as a cement mixer.
Ran along the road with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need a car.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't really got the internal combustion engine. Can you stick your feet through the bottom? Yeah, just get me a car, for Christ's sake.
Anyway, so I learned that. And then,
What?
He learned his name.
Yeah.
Other people I learned the name of this week.
Oh, if a chimp could watch telly. Go on, Carl, go on.
And there was also a fella in the week who said that women shouldn't be wearing trousers.
Why?
Because they don't look good in them.
Right, and who was this man, and from what era?
French fella. Last week.
Did he mean walk around naked?
He just said women should wear skirts rather than trousers because no woman looks good in a pair of pants.
Right. How old was he?
He was probably about 67.
Uh-huh.
About that, 67, 68.
Yeah.
Wasn't happy with that. What do you think? What do you think about that?
It's rubbish.
Yeah.
These are the only things that have caught your eye over the last couple of weeks. This is the entire news.
Galileo did something with light. A French fella said women shouldn't wear trousers. See, that to me wouldn't pass as education.
It's not education.
I don't know where you could ever use that. I don't know when that would ever be applicable to life.
I just like reading stuff that sort of reminds me of. Do you know what I mean? If I read it and it gets me thinking, I think that's a good little piece.
But I mean, but surely can't you just sort of like sit near something that vibrates to keep your brain going, or shake your head every now and again? I mean, what does this do? You mean it makes you start using your brain?
But what aspect of a Frenchman said women shouldn't wear trousers got your mind working? What questions were you asking?
Because I thought that's a bit daft, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, it ends there with me. There's nothing else. There's nowhere else for me to go on that.
He closes
your mind's
the
still whirring.
Yeah, go on. What did you think? Let's go through this. Oh, I wish we could download his thoughts.
I know.
Just watch it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great, like a DVD?
Like a cartoon.
Imagine that extra footage on the Office DVD.
Yeah, Carl's brain.
That would be
with
amazing. Oh, with a commentary. Go on.
Women wearing trousers and that, right? On the estate that I grew up in.
Yeah.
On, right? There was a woman about 4 houses down. Right? Rough. She's the one
She was, or the estate?
She was, right?
Yeah.
She's the one whose kid took a horse into her house.
Yes.
Right.
Now, we won't go over that again.
No.
If you're a new listener, I think we've covered. I think they get
That's
the
all you
idea
need to know.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, she used to wear leggings.
Yeah.
No, they're a bad idea.
They are a terrible idea. I agree with you there, Carl. If you're a lady of
What
the
colour?
normo
Were
persuasion...
they pink?
No, they were sort of black, but with all bits on them.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
What, toast and
Just
horse
bits.
droppings? Yeah, go on, yeah.
And she used to, she's quite a big woman.
Sure.
Pauline Quirk, I think
Yeah,
we described her as.
Look like a light bulb, which
It
is
is those kind of women that are
leggings.
attracted to leggings.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They are drawn to them like a moth. That shoots from a flame.
Yeah.
She used to wear them, and that's what I remember when I read this piece. She used to work on one of those sex line things.
Right.
Right, she used to do that. But
What was she, an engineer?
the weird thing with her was, she had big eyelids
Right.
Go on.
that were too big, and this is what I was thinking.
What
right?
do you mean she had big eyelids? How big do eyelids have to be for you to go, they're big eyelids? What was she shoplifting with them? Would she come out of Dixon's with, like, radio stored in them? What do you mean she had
No,
big eyelids?
it was another one of them popular things around our way. Do you know? Like,
What do you mean popular things? They didn't
people
go,
have
they go, oh, I'll tell you what, they're all the rage. Can I get some big eyelids, please?
No. It was just like one of them things that people suffered with. Just big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's one of them popular things around where I grew up. People had big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes. What does that mean? What sort of freak town were you born in? You had webbed feet people with big heads. You got women with big eyelids. What does big eyelids mean?
Are you confusing her with the horse?
Yeah. Did she have hooves? Look, what?
Just too much skin. It was like the neck of a chicken, but on the eyes.
What's your point? Anyway, so there's this big eyelidded woman with the
And
leggings.
that's what I'm saying to you, though. That's when I read that story with people with trousers.
Yeah.
I went from that.
Yeah.
To
into
a
that.
woman who used to have big eyelids. I still at the point.
But then, and also the other bloke who had the eyelid problem was a mate of mine.
Yeah.
His dad had it, and same problem, massive eyelids.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I used to say to my mum, I'm going round to Dave's house.
Yeah.
And
Or
she'd say,
Droopy,
well,
as you call it.
that's all right, but make sure his dad doesn't take you out in the car, because he could hardly see. He had to have his head.
He gets to tilt his head back to keep his eyes
Make
open.
sure! Did he have a couple of matches with him at all times? Oh.
What a load of gobbledygook.
I know.
This began as educating Ricky.
I know,
So
it's
what,
like
he was
people
thinking,
with eyelids.
But it's like you're supposed to make that leap as well.
Yeah.
If I mentioned the trousers, Ricky will probably be thinking about people with big eyelids and women wearing leggings.
Play a record, Carl.
Got nonsense.
Adverts.
No. Oh, all right.
Before we move on, was the Sharks article interesting? Did you learn anything?
It's pretty good.
Was it?
Go on,
Yeah,
what
I'll
was
teach
it?
you something about that later.
Oh, okay.
Is this educating Ricky?
It wasn't, but I can teach you a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Play some ads and that.
Play some ads on a tune, and then have we got maybe a competition?
Yeah.
What have we got?
We're all looking forward to that.
All right.
Fortune Faded, Red Hot Chili Peppers on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Back for 2 hours a day, then a Monday off. Conning the management, baby, and sending this station spiraling down into the depths for his greed and selfishness.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell you what I read about.
Sharks, monkeys, or jellyfish?
It's 10 past, isn't it? We haven't done a little bit of knob news.
No, right? We haven't done knob news, no.
But
it's been 3 months. It's been 3 months coming.
There's this thing. I don't know the full story. I don't know how it happened, right? But little Russian fella.
Yeah.
He was sort of having sort of emptying his bladder, right? And somehow electrocuted himself. Right. And sort of did a bit of damage.
How did he smashed onto some live wires or something?
Something like that. So
did
anyway,
damage to himself or to an electric fire or something?
No, to himself.
To himself.
Yeah. And so the doctor
didn't slip and curling tongs went up his arse when he was pissed, because that's happened a lot.
Yeah, we've all been there.
We've all shoved the old curling tongs up the arse when having a piss.
Right. So I can't even be bothered.
No, go on, we're interested. We're interested. Come on, we're interested.
You can't be bothered. You get Mondays off. Do some work.
All right. So anyway, the doctor says, "Oh, it's not looking good. We'll have to take that off."
What?
I was like,
a novectomy?
Yeah.
Really?
But the funny thing is, right?
Nothing funny about that.
They've done. You're doing me head in.
Just tell the story.
Just doing me head in.
Oh, you can chill out on Monday.
I've only got 15 minutes, but I'm going to talk to you every Saturday. I'm going to get the money's worth out of this, because you get Mondays off, and I can't bear the fact someone getting away with something like that, because it's terrible. So you're going to stick this out, or you're going to have to work Mondays. So take it on the chin, right? Okay.
Just finish the story.
Yes.
I command you.
Just do it.
Anyway, so they said, he said, will you be able to sort me a little knob out?
A prosthetic cock.
Yeah. But they put him out for the operation.
Yeah.
He woke up.
Yeah.
Right, and he's thinking, oh, thank God that's over and done with.
Yeah.
They've only grown it on his arm.
What are you talking about? You twat. Shut the you're an idiot. What do you mean they've grown it on his arm?
Apparently, that's the way they do it.
Oh, yeah, but to then put it on, that wasn't a mistake. It wasn't doctor going, did it go there? Some bloke I didn't do a degree.
Are you a real doctor?
Yeah, yeah.
No, but why put it there?
Because it's got to grow, it's got a graft there, so they can control it. To skin tissue.
But on your arm.
Well,
but they're going to remove it
back
from the arm itself. What do you mean on the back?
On your back.
Somewhere, well, we can't wear a t-shirt.
Yeah, but you could have
He's in hospital.
But this way you can still have a little tug, can't he?
But they'll leave it there for quite a bit. It's not... Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be like, oh, it's just there for a few days.
Yeah.
It's there for a bit. That's not good, is it?
So he's got a cock on his arm?
Yeah, what's up with that?
What do you mean, what's up with that?
Well, I mean, we could say it's a thumb or something, couldn't he? Yeah.
But they remove it.
Be good
and
for
attach
hitching.
It down below later.
If you had a knob instead of a thumb and you went hitchhiking, just tickle it, and they can see it like a mile down the road, couldn't they?
Posting.
Yeah. If I'd lost my knob, I'd go, oh, I'm not going to have all that stuff. Just whack a pair of tits on me. Do you know what I mean? I think, oh, just forget it.
But why not just put it where it should be straight away instead of messing about?
Where should it be straight away?
You know.
On the forehead.
Listen, are we doing a competition?
Let's play a tune.
Come on, Carl, you can't be bothered. Right, okay, we're going to scrap this and you're going to work Mondays again.
Well, let's see if this is enough. Let's see if Trevor McDonald just read this on the news at 10, it'd be short and you get back to the football, whatever. There we go. And here is the news at 2:15 with Karl Pilkington. Bong.
Man who walks backwards around lake falls in.
Bong.
Chinese woman eats dirt.
Bong.
Man lives in rubbish dump for 10 years.
Brilliant. Bong.
Czech family says they've got a rabbit with 3 knobs. Right? Done.
Sorry, can you just read a little bit more of the Czech family with 3 knobs?
Just about a family.
Not read it to yourself. Read it out on air.
Just about.
He can't read it to himself. I tell him to read it to himself. We still hear it.
No, he was, because I could see his lips moving.
Go on.
Just this fella who had 3 rabbits.
Right, just think of this is Trevor McDonald.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on, Carl. Okay, well, here's the news. Right, good, brilliant. Go on.
There's a fella, he's got 3 rabbits and that, and then he checks them out, right?
Yeah.
2 of the rabbits have got 2 knobs each.
Right.
And he goes, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Sure.
And they're throwing them around, sort of chucking them, showing them around the family and stuff, saying, look at that, that's weird. Picks up the 3rd one, it's got 3.
Yeah.
So they ate the 2 with 2, because they thought they best keep the 3rd one, because a little bit lucky in that.
Yeah.
It is lucky. 3 knobs there, yeah.
Now here's the sports news, and that's how it would work.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. Well, we do about the Chinese woman who eats dirt. I'm interested in that.
That's it. That is the story, isn't it? What more do you need to know? It's
Well, I
just
want to
saying,
know a little bit more. Can you just embellish it?
78-year-old Chinese woman. She says she's 78. Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
With my theory.
Carl's theory is that Chinese people don't age well, and so those Chinese people that are saying they're 112 are really only 33. That's why he doesn't want to be recognised, because he doesn't want to walk out from here into Chinatown.
Yeah.
It just says she's been eating soil for 70 years. She's ate about 10 tons of the stuff, and it's done her no harm. Kept her grounded.
It's probably all right for you, isn't it? Because it passes through, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they say, don't they, if you're having a kid, let it play in soil and that, because...
Well, that's to get it immune, yeah, to get yeah. But lots of, like, things with sort of birds and reptiles sometimes swallow soil and stones because it grinds up stuff, breaks down cellulose for them. Doesn't do any harm.
All right, then.
One more fact from this book for you, Carl. Apparently, officially, the Second World War is not over. It's not actually over because there's never been an official treaty signed between Germany and Russia. So it's still going on. Interesting or not?
Not as good as the monkey one and
the woman who eats dirt.
And the Peter the Great and that.
Sure.
But, yeah, it is over, isn't it? Isn't it, though? That's what I mean about you annoying me with stuff that you go, oh, that's interesting. I don't think that is interesting.
Okay.
There was, what was it I learnt?
What was it I learned? Think of that as a question.
Well, we're all trying to figure that out.
Yeah, go on.
Leonardo...
DiCaprio?
The painter.
Da Vinci.
He could write with one hand, draw with the other at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
It's all right.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right.
Well, if you have an interesting fact for Karl Pilkington that you think he might be intrigued by, email ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
What have we got coming up? What have we got coming up?
More education stuff. Some good tunes and that.
Yeah.
And a bit of Outcast.
Yeah. Placebo, Special Needs on XFM 104.9. Email in where Lanzarote is. I don't know if it's Italy or Spain or Europe or maybe Africa. You know, these are the sort of things, these are the reasons I come into it, to at least learn something, innit, Carl? We've stopped educating Ricky, so I've stopped learning, you know, about things like the woman who ate mud all her life.
I told you something before when we were in the office.
Go on, what was that? What did you teach me?
They've just counted how many fish are in the sea and that.
No, they haven't.
They've just done a census.
A census?
What, of fish?
Yeah, some fellas have gone in the sea and they've got to work out. There's about...
This is Spratt. Is this your son? No, he's a lodger. Okay, well, let's mark him down. That's 2. Oh, I've lost count. 6 million, 4... Oh, darn. So how many are there?
About... There's a lot.
Oh. Well, there are more species of fish than bird, mammal and reptile put together.
Can I ask a question?
That's on my DVD of animals.
That's still available in the shops. Probably find that online. You'll get that slightly cheaper.
$15.99. What?
$15.99.
Go on, ask me a
Special
question.
features of
Ask me a
which
question.
include Karl Pilkington's also on the DVD.
Yeah.
That's a perfect Christmas gift.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, this is a question. I was discussing this yesterday. This is not a bit of shit. This is not a joke. I genuinely have always been slightly perplexed, and we were discussing it last night. The notion of the birds and the bees.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean, you know, the birds and the bees. I understand now.
Why they use the birds and the bees?
Yeah, because, well, you see, I always, as a child, I assumed the bees were having some kind of relations with the birds.
No.
So what is there anything to do with the birds and the bees, or is it literally, just like a euphemism? It's just, the birds and the bees.
No, but
Do the birds do anything with the bees?
No, not at all. It was where
they just take them out?
It was where parents used to sidestep the issue by saying things like, you know, when a lady blackbird and a man blackbird, they meet, right? They make a little nest. And then because they're in love, they have an egg.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I understand that. That makes sense. But why the bees? Why the birds and the bees?
Well, probably, I don't know.
I don't know. You see, within nature, forgive my ignorance, within nature there is no relationship between bees and birds, is there?
No, not at all. No, not at all.
Nothing's going on.
But probably what it was, if the parent found it hard to say, you know, Daddy puts his penis at Mummy's vagina, it was much easier to say, like in the insect world, billions of them queue up and just fill the queen with spunk for about a day.
Sure.
You know, thus avoiding the embarrassing intercourse.
Exactly.
That's what I think, Carl. What do you think?
Were you taught about the birds and the bees? Did anyone bring that up with you?
No, it was just in that class, wasn't it? When they put a video on.
That's what we had. No, we had a film.
And they just said, "Leia, I watched that." And then
what film though? Basic Instinct.
It was just like, you know, two people, and all sat around the telly and watched it. One girl fainted. And they said, "Right, that's that. Next week, you know, prisms or whatever."
And did it teach you everything you needed to know?
Well, how much do you need to know?
Yeah, true. No, true. Except one kid in my class still thought a baby came out of an arse. Afterwards, he didn't understand.
I think what they should have shown on those videos is technique as much as anything.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Because it was largely just instructional.
Wooing. Wooing.
What it didn't tell you was how to get into a position where this might be of some interest. That should have been the first 4 weeks of the course.
Yeah, well, obviously that baby who had the kid who had a baby. What was going on there, Carl?
That was weird. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was going to be your favourite programme, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't that good in the end.
Why?
You told us about this story ages ago, didn't you?
Ages ago. I told you about a year ago about a baby that had a baby.
Yeah, it's a bit different, the baby that had a baby, isn't it? Whereas a Siamese twin with a breech actually just, you know, developed inside him for, you know, it wasn't even developing. It was a twin stillborn that just was enveloped in the other one's body. So it's a little bit different to a baby what had a baby, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually disappointed he was. Do you know what he said to me? He went, well, I thought it was going to come out. And go, oh, bloody hell, I'm 7. What a waste of my life. Like he'd been in there going, oh, hello? Hello? 7? Idiot.
Yeah, a bit disappointing. But there was a programme on after that, right? At 10 o'clock on Discovery, and I haven't got Discovery.
Oh, right.
It was about...
Good?
Oh, I didn't see it. This is it. I was
yeah.
going to say to people, if they've got a copy of it on tape, if they can send it in.
What was it?
About a baby with 4 legs.
Right.
That was on at 10 on...
It wasn't a puppy?
No.
What's it doing up there?
Yeah.
It's my baby. Oh, is it Mum? All right then, fine. Yeah. It's got 4 legs, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do have
Look,
4 legs.
Dad's gone, he's never coming back, you've got to get over it.
So, if anyone's
It's not
got
a baby.
that, send it in.
Oh,
Right,
dear.
okay,
Send it in.
good.
So you want a tape with a baby with 4 legs. You're going to be disappointed again. It's not going to be like a baby with 4 legs who's running up the curtains. You know what I mean? It's not going to be that. It's probably going to be 2 legs and then 2 sort of like floppy appendages. You know what I mean? They're not going to be brilliant. It's not going to be like Jake the Peg. You're going to be disappointed.
Apparently Lanzarote is one of the Canary Islands.
Oh, is it?
Although we've also been told it's part of Spain.
Right.
I don't know who to believe.
I don't know who to believe either. That puts me back because I knew it was either one of them.
Yeah.
I knew it was it.
What about it? Pilot knows, doesn't he? Pilot knows where he's going.
I thought so, yeah.
Doesn't matter then. Right, we're playing J-Hawks.
Let's play it.
Love it.
Got bored with that conversation, did you? Letter to Hermione. David Bowie. Well, we've had the most convincing answer that it's about 290,000 actual words, but possibly 3 million in our vocabulary, using all jargon and scientific stuff and all that.
Sure.
290,000. Still a lot, isn't it?
It is a lot.
We know so little, don't we?
Apparently the average person has about 20,000 words in their
is it?
vocabulary
Right.
and uses maybe 2,000 a week.
Really?
Yeah. Carl, obviously, slightly bringing that average down.
Carl, what do you think of that?
Single figures.
Doesn't matter, get by. Why have you got to use longer words messing about and that? Told you. That word about old, anti-dipuian or something. Just say old. That's a bit old, isn't it? That's a bit anti-dipuian and that. What's the point?
Yeah.
Get to the point.
Sure.
Busy. things that, I mean, there's certain things that people get excited about that I think, well, what are you getting excited for?
Like what?
News, just news. Do you know I normally do the headlines and that?
Yeah. Have we got any headlines?
Not really, because there isn't that much going on. This is what annoyed me, though. There was something about a woman who's going up Everest on a bike. Do you know what I mean? And they were like, oh, brilliant. But I don't think that's that good. When someone's done it walking...
Carl, you're going to do some news stories, I think.
Well, like I said, there hasn't been that much going on. There's a story about a fella who hasn't eaten for 70 years.
Right. He hasn't eaten. Is that all that's all the information you're going to give us?
Yeah, hasn't eaten for 70 years. Hasn't had a drink, but he's all right.
That's rubbish then. Next.
It's not rubbish.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Next. Well, what is it? How is that? How is a man not eaten or drunk for 70 years?
It's that thing, isn't it? Your belly gets used to it or something.
Steve, has he misinterpreted it or is it rubbish?
Well, it does, to be honest with you, it doesn't actually offer any explanation. It just says that that's what happened.
Right, so that's rubbish.
It doesn't go on to anything else.
A woman's had 6 organs transplanted. Woman needed a new kidney, a new heart, a new stomach, a new liver, new kidney, intestine.
Does that mean that she's the same woman?
I know. You'd just say forget it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you, though?
Well, not really. You know, the organ is just a lump of tissue.
If you're that knackered, call it a day. And don't waste time with that.
Yeah,
and
good advice.
There's a woman who hasn't slept for 8 years as well.
Well, that's impossible.
Again, you want to see that, Steve?
Yeah.
That's the news for the week.
Yeah, all rubbish.
Turn
Next. Do you want to apologise once more for anyone you might have offended over the year?
Yeah, like I say, I'd never upset anyone. We're just chatting about stuff.
It's just chatting. It's from the heart. You see something, you say, "Oh, it looks a bit like so and so," or "Isn't it a bit?" You're not really, you don't really try and hurt anyone's feelings, do you?
But I think most people know that.
And I've got to apologise for laughing at anything you say. I actually can't help it. Again, it's not vindictive, but when Carl comes out with some of the things he says, it's impossible for me not to laugh or react. So have a Merry Christmas, everyone.
Well, before that, Rick, is there some final for the year monkey news?
Tell you what, let's play a good song.
Okay.
Right, we'll have a bit of monkey news, and then that's it.
A bit of Amy Mann, then.
Perfect.
Brilliant, this one.